Take yourself off mute.
All right,
Bryan.
there we go. Now we're ready. Hello and good evening. Welcome to another live episode of the Monday Night Review following the 100th meeting between Florida A&M and Bethune-Cookman at the Florida Blue Florida Classic. Appreciate Florida Classic for making that highlight package. Some good, bad, and ugly, all wrapped into a 2-minute package. None other place couldn't ask for a better recap of a game. A great game, a frustrating game, an infuriating game, an unbelievable game. I don't know. I could get out the way and call all kinds of adjectives to describe what we all saw. But as you can see, we got a great panel of guests here tonight. Kelvin and Keith, who've been running the ship pretty much nonstop for every week. Thank you guys. Joining us is Troy. Of course, FAMU Sports is where you can find Troy, Tashay, and Ashley. Hello, ladies. Fang Exchange.
Hello.
Always good to have you guys. And of course, none other than Mr. Campbell, Coach's Corner, joining us as well. We might have some other guests as well. Well, ladies, gentlemen, how are you feeling 48 hours later? Kelvin?
I'm
Honest
it's
answers
almost
only.
Thanksgiving. It's almost Thanksgiving. I'm ready for Thanksgiving. As far as Orlando, everything about the Orlando the Classic was great except for 28 seconds. And I leave it there.
Keith, how are you feeling?
Obviously, I'm much like Kelvin. Not the game ending I wanted, but overall, it was a great fun time, great time. Great to see people that you know and you like and you love and everything like that. But not the outcome that I was hoping for. Definitely the outcome I feared. Was not an upset or a shock. But it's 24 hours later. Their season's over. We got one game left, so we got to fly. Y'all, Bryan, got to fly to Mississippi and drive over. So yeah, it's the classic. 364 days of this foolishness.
I got you. Troy, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for coming back.
I'm better now. After having to talk to them people on their spaces about the goodness of sugar-free sweet potato pie. Because it was nothing I could talk about the game. I see
you still have your eyebrows. You still have your eyebrows, so that's a good thing.
I will never bet them eyebrows on Classic Week. That will never happen.
Smart.
Smart move. Tashay in the center square, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Unlike, I guess, everybody else, there was no doubt in my mind that we were going to win this game. So, and I don't know why, but there wasn't a doubt in my mind. And I feel like as it progressed, that my reasoning for that was evident and in the end, but we'll get into that. But, I'm still sick about it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not better. I'm still sick about it. I'm angry. I've watched the game a few times, and we'll talk about it, I guess.
Exactly. We encourage honesty. Be honest and open. Don't hold back. We don't duck no smoke, as Kelvin likes to coin it. And honest responses only. So, let it out. Let it out. Ashley, how you doing tonight?
I'm okay, but I actually kind of rewatched some things and I got a little. It's just a lot to unpack. It's a lot to unpack, and that's all I got for us tonight.
Steve, good to have you on. Thanks for coming back. How you feeling, brother?
Well, I'm going to try not to be long with it, but I am. I started the week off supporting our men's basketball team in Athens at the University of Georgia.
All that.
Shout out to the Class 8A sponsoring the men. So supporting the Rattlers sports. Ended the week doing a watch party. And so I watched every game, a 7-hour watch party, starting with Delaware State and South Carolina State. Big FAMU watch party, 7,000 viewers. And then I wake up this morning and watch the coaches call and read Gerald's great article. And I'm confused about some of the statements. So I start off for it, and now I'm waking up at this time after I read and heard and what, and I'm confused. So somebody gonna answer questions about me because all I know is the people on this chat, on this screen, and the people we support the team. So I'm kind of confused about support, but I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna point that out.
All right,
Steve, it might. Let me just jump in real quick. Steve, it probably wasn't the time for you to bring that shit up. All right, go ahead, Brian.
Well, we'll duck no smoke around here.
We're cussing. I just okay.
I mean, look,
right,
I'm gonna lie. Look,
let me,
on the coaches call this morning, Gerald and my boy from WCCV came out throwing haymakers. Like, first question, you coming back next year? Like, oh, and if you come back next year, like, oh, I thought I was supposed to be the bad boy.
much to unpack. So much to unpack here. Want to encourage everybody, whatever platform you're watching us on. You might be watching us on YouTube, whether it be the Jericho Broadcast Networks, the ONG Strike Zone, or the Things Up Podcast YouTube page. Go and hit the thumbs up and the like button, or on Facebook. If you're watching us on Instagram Live, we say hello to anybody who might be watching on Instagram Live. Those watching on Twitter, sometimes I think you can be a part of the chats and make comments. And they might show up in the chat feed that you see there. So any and all ways, we appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up and the like button, however and wherever you're watching it. All right. So, I'm a stat nerd, so I'm gonna just give numbers, and then I'm gonna get out the way because don't nobody want to hear no numbers. But I am. Look, Tasha's just. I'm gonna have to. I don't know if I can keep Tasha in the center square, but anyway.
Yes, keep me there. Keep me there.
I'll keep you there. I ain't gonna move you. Trust me, I ain't gonna move. I'm gonna keep you right there in the center square. So I'm just gonna be very brief here, quarter by quarter. Again, we have failed to score a touchdown in the first quarter.
We gotta talk about that first quarter. That was butt cheeks, Brian.
Yeah. We grabbed the lead on the Daniel Porto 45-yard field goal, then turned around and gave it back on BCU's ensuing possession on a 25-yard pass from Timmy McClain, who was a Central Florida legend at Sanford High School. He got the start. He hit Lorenzo Jenkins for a 25-yard pass, 7 plays, 61 yards. Bethune goes up 7-3. Going into the second quarter,
Hold on.
Because you skipped over a couple big things in the first quarter.
Go ahead.
First things first.
You want to do it like that? Okay. I was just gonna just kind of glaze it over and then get out the way.
No. We're gonna glaze over stuff on Wednesday when I'm throwing them ribs on the grill. We got a first half turnover and did jack squat with it. Then went down to the red zone.
First possession.
First possession. Then got near in the red zone, penalty that pushed us back. Yep. Then RJ gets sacked. So literally, you were inside of, I believe, the 10-15 yard line and got diddly and squat with it, and ultimately ended up with Porto needing a field goal. So the first quarter, you squandered so many opportunities in this game. And let's be honest, Cookman, they didn't coach to win the game either. They just happened to win it. But just at that first quarter, you didn't do a great job of taking advantage of the opportunities that your defense that has been much maligned created for you.
Also in the first quarter, it ended 7-3. The score that BCU had, we had just made a sack. It was because they were at the goal line initially, right? And so on second and goal, we sat for must have been about a 15-20 yard sack.
Yep.
So it was
13 yard sack.
Third and goal from the 25.5 yard line.
25. Yeah, you're correct. Third and 25.
And they throw a simple in route. Mm-hmm. And we got 3 guys around the ball carrier, but nobody makes the tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Third down.
An omen of things to come.
Absolutely. That's why I wanted to point it out. It is an omen of what happened.
That's not an omen. That's a microcosm, a continuation of the ineptitude we've seen all season.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, because I don't want to belabor this, but Kelvin, to your point, we've seen this every game.
Yeah.
Every game of third and longs where all we have to do is stop it. And every time it's either been a big play, touchdown, or a drop. I mean, it started. You know what's crazy? literally the first game of the season.
Our. Yes, sir.
Literally happened just like that. 3rd and 17, if
Yes.
I'm correct.
3rd and 19,
3rd and 19.
maybe. Yeah.
3rd and 19. We should stop that, right? We should stop that.
Yes.
And now in the 11th game, the exact same thing. And we've seen that exact same thing in every game that we played.
Yes.
There's been 3rd and long when we couldn't stop it.
I'm almost scared of 3rd and long than I am of 3rd and 2, third and 1.
Right.
It seems like they're gonna convert 3rd and 17. We gonna give it up like a. I ain't gonna say, but y'all know.
Yeah. Yes.
The doorknob
Give
defense.
it up.
The doorknob defense.
Like they in
Everybody
Tucker
gets tired.
Hall.
When I heard you say about the 3rd and long, the 3rd and long, it makes me think like we just work harder and not smarter, kind of thing. Like we get you to a 3rd and long just to be like, okay, there you go. We did the work to get you there.
Yeah. Bryan, go ahead and share what I told you and Dr. Cavill before the game started. In terms of what was going to happen, the prediction, what I was scared of.
That our defense was going to be on the field at the end of the game and have to hold on to win the game.
No, I didn't say we were going to hold on. I said my fear is we're going to have a lead in the 4th quarter. And we're going to give it up, and they're going to beat us in the 4th quarter on the play.
That was the
direct
prediction. That was a
bold
Kelvin,
that means you spoke it on us. Then that just means you spoke it on us.
But that's because
I knew
the story. Every game has been that.
I can't even blame you, Kelvin, because it's a story, huh?
Every game has been that.
Oh, somebody said it.
No, blame Gerald because Gerald got the score right.
Defense.
Did he really?
Yes. Gerald got the score prediction right to the T.
My prediction was it had to be, that there were going to be big plays and whoever got the ball last was going to win. I did not.
Yeah.
I said 38-35, but I said for us to have 38 and them to have 35. So I was 1 point off and I had the team wrong. But I knew it was going to be a shootout, but
we knew it was going to be a shootout because of the way we both have played all season. But
both defenses were not very good. And they didn't get off the field. And our 3rd down conversion wasn't terrible this game.
They were 4. We were 3 of 10 on 3rd down. They were 4 of 12 on 3rd.
But
down.
the problem was the 3rd down conversions they had
were critical.
Created touchdowns. Mm-hmm. They were 1 for 1 on 4th down. We know what that meant.
We know where that came from.
Yeah, we know what that play was.
Well, the timing was bad. But go ahead.
Real quick. How many carries did Thad have?
Thad didn't he average 10-point-something yards per carry, but that is skewed because he did have a long run.
Yeah, he do it every game, but
it was like 11. It was at one point it was 11 for 100 and something yards.
118, 11 carries, 118 yards.
I want everybody to notice something though. After that fumble, you didn't see Thad again until the 2nd half. Was he been?
That's what's supposed to happen.
I'm about to get to that.
That's what's supposed to happen.
Get to that. I'm glad you brought that up.
No.
Yes, if you fumble, you ride the bench. I don't.
No, not that.
We need him. We need him.
He's not someone who fumbles a lot.
Exactly.
That was a good play. Sometimes defense gonna make plays. You don't sacrifice the game. You don't teach lessons. You don't teach lessons in game. You teach lessons during the week. You let them play football on the weekend on Saturday, baby.
Well, that fumble that you just mentioned,
but nobody else.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I wholeheartedly agree with that. We know they have a selected few that they might seem to like more than others.
That's not
let me make mention of while we're in the 1st quarter there. That right after Bethune had scored on that 3rd and goal from the 25 on our ensuing possession, that's where you mentioned the Thad Franklin fumble. Which was crazy is we go for it on 4th and 2, coming out of a timeout on our own 48-yard line. Now, that right there shocked the heck out of me. I wasn't very happy. I was very nervous about that. But Thad actually breaks off a nice run, gets the 1st down, and got about 12 yards before he gets stripped from behind, fumbles, Bethune has the ball. So, that's one of those tough breaks. that kind of surmise that first quarter?
Yeah, and since we talking first half, let me just point out too, they were essentially run blitzing that first half on first and second downs. So what opened up the running lanes in the second half was the fact that we got behind and we had opened up the offense. And we started passing that ball and they couldn't do a dadgum thing about it. So it loosened up that defense. And from then on, they didn't stop no running backs. But it was the fact that we changed our offensive approach and started gashing them with the pass game that opened up the run for us.
You mentioned going into that second quarter, a series of punts, not only punt by us, punt by them, punt by us, and then comes the Bethune-Cookman one play, 50-yard touchdown run by Robinson with 6:52 remaining. One play, 50 yards. And we've seen that. We knew there was going to be big plays in this game. Another omen of things to come. And so there you go, a one-play 50-yard drive. And then I thought one of the drives that really was, I thought underappreciated, given everything that happened, was our ensuing drive, a 6-play, 75-yard drive, capped off with the, I think that's the cap off with the Burris touchdown, with the 44-yard broken coverage touchdown for Ahmad Burris. But that was a good drive. Please, Tasha.
So before that, we kind of glazed over that one play that they had, the 50, because the reason why I say that, it was the exact same thing that Alabama A&M did last week. The exact he went untouched, the exact same. You could tell they watched the film and they did the exact same play.
And the linebacker on that side did the exact same thing. Overran the gap the whole, like he didn't have a gap he was responsible for. As soon as kid hit the gap, and to that point, not only you saw how slow our safeties are.
But
again,
absolutely, but I've never coached. I've never coached, right? I've never coached. But when something like that happens, the first thing I would think that you would do is when we watching film and we in practice the next week, we make sure you may get me, but you're not gonna get me that exact same way again like that. It was the exact same play, untouched. I didn't understand that.
Yeah. Yes.
You have can I wait a minute? I want to Tasha hit on something. The great Gerald Thomas, the young brother, the future Roscoe Nance. So you say we should be looking at film, right? We should be building on that. This was the quote from our coach. This was the quote. Cozy was candid, saying his players not trusting one another on the game still in play. That right there, not trusting each other, was all through the game. This is what happens when people are not holding each other accountable or being where you're supposed to be at.
Yeah, that was my question. I asked him about the secondary. So I was like, Coach, I asked him two questions about defense. I asked him one about the APR. And so I was like, Coach, what's up with the secondary? I was like, you know this. Like, you're a secondary guy. Like, I'm a history teacher. I know U.S. history, backwards and forwards. I teach it. It's easy. But the problem was, what are you seeing and not seeing from our secondary? Because consistently, we're seeing the same problems. We're saying the same players. We're saying the same names. And we're over here we're being our best to be politically correct and be the adults in the room. Because if we were the children in the room, we would have been said names. But we're being adults and we're just saying number 19 is getting torched. And we watched for literally 4 quarters where 19 has 3 of the worst plays that you could ever put on film, to the point to where it's like, dude, I don't know what you're looking at. And to the point where the coach can't even defend him. Like the last play of the game, Cozy is being nice, but even like post game, Troy, you were next to me. Cozy's like, I guess he was seeing ghosts. And then even today he was like, I don't know what he saw. Like 11, out of 11 players, one player doesn't do the right thing, and that's the player that consistently gets caught and torched and gets burned.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the same player.
What do
Well,
y'all
the
want him
last
to
time I
say?
was on
You
here-
want him to be honest? He's not going to be. I'm not
No,
going to be bluntly
no, I
honest
appreciate
like
that.
this.
Well,
I appreciate that.
This is the same player that again, we respect him because we know these are young men. These are our Rattlers.
Yeah, right.
But we literally, when I last time I was on here, because I couldn't be on last Monday, we literally talked about the same exact thing as Tasha said. Football, great word, football until FBI, Terrell Buckley's term. And if I'm going 3 weeks ago saying the same thing, and to Tasha's point about film study, and we go 3 weeks and it's the same name. I'm just going to tell you a secret. I have managed over 400 people in my 25-year career. I'm just going to tell you, if you keep doing the wrong thing, I fire you.
That's it.
Because after a while, I'll say, hey, okay, did you know what you're supposed to do? I don't even understand people make mistakes in life. But when you consistently are doing it, so it's one or two things, or maybe I need to be fired. And I said me, not the coach, me, in my job. Okay? Because I want to be clear. I'm not calling that out. But I'm talking, there has to be a level of responsibility that everybody, when you're a championship team, and Nick saying, do your job. Yeah. It's that simple. That play, and the thing about it is, I know I'm not trying to get ahead, but the game-winning play, if everybody does that job, we win that game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's 4th and 8. And the play, actually, if you look at everybody was standing, because what happened, that linebacker, that guy, if he would have thrown that guy, we would have knocked his block off. He wouldn't have got the 8 yards.
I mean, the ball hung up forever. It was late. It was a lob. If anybody, you're right, Mr. Campbell, if anybody around or where they're supposed to be, is an easy pick.
So
at the very least, an easy number.
That's how wide open he was. That's how wide open he was, where he was like, go, do it. And 19 almost got there. Lee almost still got there. So, but I want to point out, because one of the things that we have constantly seen, and this is the thing about, listen, man, we have all been around this, and there's a difference between expectation and I'm going to say the standard and what we are. There's a standard where we want to look at people to play a certain way. And we're going to get into it, because one of the things, and again, I'll tell everybody, we did a great show about transfers versus high school players and what really builds championship team. If you haven't seen that, go to Off Script Chat, because you will be amazed. The championship teams are with kids that have been there and they understand the program. All our defensive backs, and I'll be able to pull up, we get time, are all transfers. Lee's actually been here for 2 years, 3 years.
They're all seniors or grad students.
They're all seniors. They're all transfers.
Yep.
So that leads me to believe on a couple of things, but I don't want to bog that down, but I want to point that out because that was just a great point.
Yeah. Football is the ultimate team sport. And when I hear the head coach talk about not trusting each other in game 11 of the season, obviously your coaching is being questioned, and rightfully so, because if you allow someone who's not a team player to stick out like that week in and week out, then you kill morale, because there's guys out there giving it all who deserve the opportunity. The players, you can't fool them. They know in the locker room, they know who can play, who getting the job done, who know the playbook. So if you got favorites, and I'm just go there now, and you continue to play your favorites because you brought them in or you recruited them, this is what you get. You get a possible 5-7 season, because football is a team sport, and everybody out there has a responsibility, and they have to commit and buy in to being a team player. Individuals always get exposed, and that particular individual has been exposed all season. He was exposed at least 3 times this game alone.
You being nice. And going before you go to the second half, going into halftime, another time when you have time left on the clock and you take a knee. I'm sorry, that is a PAN/BAN move. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. If you know the acronym, you know what it means, but that is a PAN/BAN move, and everybody from the state of Florida know what that means.
Well,
Stop
hold on.
with that softness.
Hold on, Keith. But the setup, why that, in my opinion, why I think that knee occurred is the drive before that we had just given up. We had just cut the deficit to 8, 17-9. We missed the extra point. Now let's not sugarcoat. Okay, once again, and so now Bethune turns around where they started on their 10-yard line, guys.
Yep.
They started on their 10.
And Bryan, something else that's really important to say about this drive, it was like 3 minutes left in the quarter.
Yes. 3:56.
Yeah.
3:56 remaining in the half, right? And as I'm just kind of scrolling through, looking at the play-by-plays, I'm noticing two things that stand out on this long A drive. 3rd and 7 on the FAM 47. An incomplete pass. Oh, but wait. FAM used 2 penalties. I think there was an offsides and a PI.
And on the same play?
On the same play.
Yeah, it's 2-1.
Yeah. And you know what down that was?
3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7.
Did we also get an offsides on a 4th down in that drive too?
Well, on the first,
that was a later drive, wasn't it? That was a later drive, wasn't it?
Well, no, later in that drive.
We had 2.
We had 2 penalties in that drive. Yeah.
There was another penalty. Yes, there was another PI on a 1st and 10 on our own on the FAM 22 with 38 seconds left. Pass interference, moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Scores a touchdown. Another touchdown pass to Huggins. That's the one where I think he dove for the pylon. Scored a touchdown.
Guess who was the defender, both on the pass interference as well as the touchdown? Just take a guess.
Oh, don't make me
Mr. Undisciplined.
Don't make me do it. So you asked. Now we're down 24-9, and you say with 23 seconds left, Keith,
try something.
You want to
try something.
Try something.
It. Like, I mean, for me, at least try to get in field goal range. I get he missed the kick, but you're losing. This is our 3rd, 4th time.
We're going to
halftime losing.
The ball to start the half.
Try. Right, but what happens if you get the ball to start the half? You get 3 points at the end of the half, and then you come back and you still score again. Like for me, it's the fact you didn't try. Like I get you get the ball back at the end of the half, but okay, you throw an interception, time runs out. Who cares? Okay, momentum flips, but then they give you the ball right back. Like I think I have an issue, especially when you're losing at half with 20-some seconds left, just taking knees. That's to me, I don't think that's not aggressive.
Plays,
that's
90 yards.
It's a lot more things, bad things or worse things that can happen under that circumstance than good, frankly, Keith. But to your point, if that's your mentality and you have that kind of aggressive mentality, which our head coach doesn't, then you've got explosive return guys. Teaching your guys to do fair catch instead of giving them an opportunity to break a daggone return. Now that irks the hell out of me.
Yep. And Bryan, just let me say this to Keith's point. We've taken a knee whether we got the ball coming back out or not. We've done it pretty much
standard practice. Sure.
It's standard practice.
Yeah.
So whether we get the ball coming back after the half or not, we've taken a knee.
And it's been 20 seconds. It's been 10 seconds.
Whatever it is.
18 seconds. It doesn't matter. And you do have to have a situation. Football to know what to do in these times, but every time that's not situational. That's a standard practice.
And for all the RJ lovers, RJ ain't turning over the ball. I mean, I get if you got a quarterback that's turning over the ball and making mistakes. He takes sacks. Oh yeah, he takes a sack. But even when he gets sacked,
in this game because he took some sacks in this game.
How many?
I was trying to see what was
probably about 3.
He took a lot.
I'm guessing.
No, it was more. Let's see.
It was 4 sacks.
He took 4 sacks.
So he's protecting the ball. Like for the people who are saying, "Hey, RJ's your guy. RJ's the guy. RJ's our guy." Cool. Give him that chance to try to push the ball downfield late in the quarter to at least, hey, he's not making mistakes. Like that's the benefit of having somebody that is being protective of the ball like that. Use that advantage because we know the other quarterbacks are more gunslingerish or more runners. He protects the ball. Put the ball in his hands and let him move the ball.
But
and Baby Burst was hot. Get him out in space and he gone. That's all. I don't understand what the plays for that. Like that 2-minute offense that Troy talks about. Come on, you gonna tell? Just give it a shot. I would have respected us giving it a shot. Just try it.
We had 9 points in the first half, and we didn't really try to open up the offense until we got when Bethune drove down that the last time with 3 minutes left, because we had just scored. Again, we score, our defense gives it right back every time. So they came down with 3 minutes left and scored, and at that point I don't know why y'all would expect any difference, even though I understand your aggressive mentality, Keith. Our defensive minded coach wasn't going to do that, because he was probably the reason why we weren't more aggressive during the first half period and why we were behind. Just think if he had ran the same offense and opened the offense up from jump.
But this is the thing. This is the thing that we've talked about this constantly. I hear the point about RJ doesn't give the ball up, but we don't call plays that are explosive, that we take the chance anyway. So again, listen, guys, when you're looking at championship teams, I watched all the games. I saw Deshaun Jackson. I saw Chennis Berry. I will say, you know what? We're going to make a play to win this game. We're going to do it. I saw that. I saw Jack State Alcorn. I saw plays where, you know what? We have to, but that's the trust. And I'm going to say this again. What did the coach say? I'm going to go back to Gerald's. He said that his players were not trusting one another. That also comes with the coach. Trust also comes from the coaches. Do you trust me, coach, to make those plays?
Right.
So you don't see that trust with the players. When again, you got Wilshire and Goldie Lawrence and Haley, guys that can go 40, 50, 60 yards. Again,
anytime.
And I think your point is, why don't we try a screen to Haley, see what happens? Maybe he goes 40 yards. That's more of when we talk about those are same plays that could turn into explosive plays. Maybe that's what I think I'm hearing here instead of, and what Tasha and Ashley said, of course, over time, is you've seen this again. Let me just throw it to my playmaker. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We don't even give ourselves a shot when you got guys, literally a kid that went 72 yards that we thought, game is over.
Yeah.
So that's where I think Keith is talking about there, Bryan, to that point. Not being risky with it, but let's get him in space and let's see. And I think we had a timeout, but I could be wrong if I remember correctly. I think we still have a timeout, but go ahead, guys.
I think we need to acknowledge a couple things. First off, and I make this joke, but it's very serious. We have 10,000 corners and safeties and 10,000 kickers. You are at the end of the half. The advantage that you told us you had before the season started was that you had kickers. Get yourself in position to score some points before you leave the half. That goes back to roster construction.
And you have a kicker to the point. You do have a kicker who's kicked 51 yards, so he has range. So yeah. But you all know who our coach is. I mean, come on.
And that's my thing. Is like when you think about the probability, you got to think of scoring is about chances. Winning games is about let me take some chances, and it's like we don't have no chance to do anything on that. I don't care if we and maybe I'm just too aggressive of my mind. I used to play sports, so my competitive spirit is through the roof when it comes to this kind of stuff. I could be up by 50. I'm going down. I'm gonna go down and try to score on you again because that's just who I am. Like I'm a demoralize you type of person. So I get it. Everybody has their own philosophies, but like not losing, not with 20 seconds. Like it's kind of beating the dead horse because we've all said it, but we need to increase our chance. Have to increase your chances to win, go and have, and get the ball back and score again.
All right.
Go ahead. One thing, and here's the thing: Bethune-Cookman's weakness is their passing defense.
Literally,
thank you.
They're horrible.
What is our strength?
So when you sit back and you look at where So I'm game plan. I understand you want to style. Again, this is an argument we're going to have about Prairie View and Jackson State. But the thing about it is there's also looking at a team's weakness and saying, let's exploit the weakness.
We never do.
So again, if I'm coming out and I know these guys are weak and I know I got, and this is again, guys that can go to this. Hey man, I got to see what you're all about. I'm saying, RJ, you know what? We're coming out 4 wide and we're throwing it right now.
Take a chance.
Right now.
Literally.
Right now. Because I watched too much tape of these guys not covering anybody the whole season. Their defensive backfield is actually worse than ours.
Yeah.
Yes.
Facts.
I'm being honest. If I've watched everybody, listen, man, I've seen everybody play every week. And I can tell you right now, it would baffle me to Keith's point when I sat back. And I also knew, and I'm doing the watch part, I said, actually, we're going to be all right. We actually throw the ball in the second half, which all of a sudden you see big plays happen. So, sorry, Brian, I just wanted to point that out because we have to talk about how the game starts to why we ended up with a 24-9 deficit.
Yeah.
Can I just say this? EA was saying that we can't block the Ds, but in defense of the linemen, especially in the second half, RJ had a decent pocket a lot of times. He was able to really get the ball off. So you can say we didn't block the Ds or we were, but we were. He had a good pocket.
And we picked up the blitz.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
O-line
let's not
actually
say
been
that. Now,
solid
the
the
first
last
half
few
was a
games.
little, but definitely in the second half, that's how the pass was able to open up that run so well. So he had a pocket. He was able to throw it and pass, but that wasn't the play that was being called, evidently.
Well, and you run into that point, that D line run out of gas if you put enough plays on them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
at some point, that it starts slowing down. The tackling get bad, and all that happened. Yeah, we just need, as you all pointed out, had we been more aggressive and more open in the first half, we were so predictable in the first quarter and a half. It was going to be run, first and second, then third down.
Pass.
So of course they can pin their ears back on third down and cause some ruckus because they ain't, they basically saving their energy on first and second down every time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As we get ready to go into halftime, before we start talking about the second half, great conversation here. I feel like I got to take a break because we got a special guest that's going to join us as we get into talking about the second half. The second half, where we saw 1, 2, 3, 4 lead changes, 39 points scored. It's a lot that happened in the second half. And we got a former player. The Bishop is going to join us in the second half. Bishop Bonnet is going to join us in the second half here to talk about the second half and his thoughts. So hang tight with us. You're watching the Monday Night Review, the O&G Strike Zone, the Avengers, the Sports Media Super Friends are all gathered, and we got so much more to talk about. So hang tight with us. We'll be back after these words.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a statement, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. Whether you're a student or a lifelong supporter, our gear lets you wear your HBCU story with confidence and style. Because when you wear HBCU Image, you're not just wearing clothes. You're wearing culture. You're wearing pride. You're wearing purpose. HBCU.
College football fans, the Cricket Celebration Bowl is celebrating 10 years of crowning an HBCU national champion. A champion will rise at Mercedes-Benz Stadium on December 13th as the MEAC and SWAC champions clash in Atlanta. Join us for championship football, interactive fan experiences, and iconic marching bands. It's an HBCU family reunion that you don't want to miss. See who will be crowned the next HBCU national champion. For event and ticket information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com.
All right, welcome back to the ONG Strike Zone, the Monday Night Review. And it's a pleasure to have joining us right now none other than FAMU alum, former FAMU football player, Bishop Bonnet, joining the show. Bishop, how you doing tonight, man?
Hey, I'm doing good. I'm just getting off work. As soon as I got off work, came on, hopped on with you guys, man. I appreciate y'all having me on for sure.
Hey, man, appreciate you jumping in and joining us. We were just about to get into talking about the second half. Wanted to get your thoughts on what you saw from the first half, and I know you heard some of the commentary in the first half. What were some of the plays in the first half that, whether they were mind-blowing to you or maybe some perspective that you saw a little bit different?
My main thing in the first half was just, you can clearly tell BCU, I still call them BCC. BCC was the faster team. That was very mind-blowing to me. Just the speed at which BCC played with and what we didn't play with and what we're used to seeing. BCC looked like us a year or two ago. Little guys in the backfield, little receivers, little guys that can just move and run fast. So that was a big thing for me in the first half, and we just looked very lethargic. Our offensive play calling was very bad. It was always run, pass, first down run, second down run, third down pass. We did that for like 3 or 4 drives.
Yep.
Until we finally switched it up, and then the drive we switched it up, we scored on that drive. We just looked very lethargic. But then in the second half, one thing that I was big on with this team was I thought this team was big on, I call them front runners. When things are going good, they are all hoorah, and So to be honest, to see them fight back to be down 24-9, I honestly thought the game was over. I honestly thought the game was over. I didn't know. So to see them fight back, it showed me a lot that these guys do have some fight within them. They do have some will withal. It's just, in clutch time situations, that one play kind of showed our entire season. Everyone can be doing something right, but just that one guy can mess up the play. And that was us all season. Like, just that one guy didn't make a block. That one guy didn't make a catch. That one guy didn't guard his guy.
Yeah.
That. So it's kind of like I had a lot to say tonight. I really did, because it's kind of like I had to sit back and think about it. Is Cozy is at a disadvantage. now that the season over with, we should win Mississippi Valley. We can really talk about it. He was at a disadvantage. He only had 20 hours in a week to practice.
They couldn't practice on Mondays, right?
Not the full week. I mean, during the season, nobody cares about that. But when you're looking at the totality of everything and what everything he had to go through, I don't know. I'm not big on firing guys. But after that loss, I kind of was like, hey, that loss was different. It's just the way we lost. But I really did like the way we fought back. I really did like the way we fought back and made it a game. I really do. I really do.
So let's talk about that comeback, because again, and this is opened up on the floor to anybody. We scored 18 straight points in getting back into this game, down 27-9. We score on the first possession of the third quarter. 8 plays, 68 yards, another Ahmad Burris touchdown reception from RJ. Then going into the fourth quarter, a 10-play, 62-yard drive that ended in a 37-yard field goal. A little frustrating in how that one ended because it seemed like we were rolling towards a touchdown. We cut the deficit to 24-19, and then we get the 1-play, 72-yard touchdown by Jamal Haley, and now we're up 27-24. While stopping,
you just went out, Bryan. Didn't hear you.
Well, I was okay. So, yeah, I was just saying at the point where we scored the three times, the touchdown, the field goal, and the other touchdown on the Jamal Haley. Any thoughts? Anybody got any comments? Anything you want to add at that point in the game?
We had life. We had a game. I think that was the biggest thing at that point of the game. Kind of like Bishop pointed out, even in the press box, it was like, I feel like we've lost, but, hope springs eternal. But it was that end point of being like, hey, we're back in this game. There's a shot. There's a chance. We can actually do something. Like you mentioned before, the offense is showing some life. So now what can we do to slow them down? Can defense give us anything? Because we're still behind.
Yeah, I want to jump on that bandwagon because all I heard was Kelvin saying every time we scored, all I heard was Kelvin, we're going to give it right back. And the thing about it is, and I wasn't at the class, but I'm watching, you're talking about 50,000 people, majority of them Rattlers. And these are big plays to get the crowd back into it. Where people are getting excited. And Bryan, I'm pretty sure you're calling it and a big play. I know you can feel the adrenaline. People are listening to you getting that energy. I'm doing a watch party, and we had a lot of Rattlers. Shout out to the Rattlers, watch the watch party. We were getting energy. And then we turn right back around and we give it right back. And that was the thing, the nervous energy that even when we scored late, right, where game over, can we get this one stop on another big play, right? And you still don't see what you need to see because every time, and I'm going to keep saying, we got to get that on t-shirt, we give it right back. We give it right back. And that was the most frustrating thing. But those big plays were the things that you get a crowd into because when Haley was 72 yards, I went nuts. It was just a beautiful, and this showed with this kid. And again, he went Bishop Bonnet Jr. I mean, we literally saw Bishop do that against Alabama A&M to win a game. So that's what I became for Bishop. I said, that boy right there is tough because we should have lost that game without that young man up there at Alabama A&M. And you saw the same kind of things. So I'm like, man, this is what we need. And then to Kelvin's point, once again, because of mistakes, this is the thing, mistakes. Not that they beat us physically, you know what I'm saying, or made a great play. It's mistakes down the field that caused every one of those scores.
I will say this. In the fourth quarter, you don't have many instances, sad to say, to give the defense some credit, but there was some big stops. There were a couple of 3-and-outs at the end there that they did get. I was excited to see that. I thought that we were going to be able to hold on to it. Well, you know what? Let me not say 3-and-out, but they may have had like one drive, and then the next drive they made some stops when we went up 27-24. Yes, they made some stops when we went up 27-24, but then we couldn't score, and then we finally were able to score, and then we held on to it, and then that last drive, I guess we'll get into that when we get into that, but they did make some stops.
Oh, you muted, Troy.
Go ahead, Troy.
We need to acknowledge a couple things. Discipline. discipline cost us a lot of games. Discipline costs us possessions. You don't work on discipline on Saturdays.
Mhm.
Discipline happens during the week, in summer camp, and in spring. That's when discipline happens. So you either coaching it or you allowing it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
We had stopped them to get a penalty. They get a first down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It sounds like a new game, but it's not. It's all season long.
Yeah. Thanks.
Can we address the other elephant in the room? Cookman really could have salted this game away at that point. Like, they started really throwing the ball at a time where it was like, if you just run the ball, this game's over. Like, I'm sorry.
Which point, Troy? I mean, Keith, what point?
In the third quarter, you started looking around, like Cookman had gotten to a little space to where
they got past that.
They had time to where they could have really eaten up more clock, and they started throwing the ball too often. Not me hating, because I love it, because it sounds like your boy might get a new contract. That's a benefit for us. But I'm just saying, like, it wasn't a well called game on either side of the field.
Nope.
Nah, that game clearly showed why both teams have the record that they have.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Well, as Kelvin or maybe Mr. Campbell said, we grabbed the lead and then we do what we do and have been doing. We gave it right back.
How many plays? How much time?
Let's see. One.
It was less than 40 seconds. I can help you out. It was less than
play when
we scored.
Who shall not be named?
Yes.
Went for a strip instead of trying to tackle somebody.
Yes.
My thing with that is like.
Hell, it scored with 7:47 left to give us a lead for the first time, 27-24 since the first quarter. And then at 7:03, we didn't have a lead again.
Two plays later, 67-yard play. I mean, of course, we'll show the clips later when we get to that fun segment. But 67 yards, touchdown to the house. We're once again. Yeah. I
don't know. It's like
sorry,
our
defense, I had to do it.
It's like our defense don't have like no. Like, I don't know. Our defense don't scare nobody.
No, definitely doesn't.
No,
our defense doesn't scare anybody. We don't have any D linemen that put fear in anybody. We don't. The simple fact that we were rushing. Okay, we're rushing 4. We're not getting any pressure. Like, at some point, we got to start blitzing. Like, at that point, it's on the defensive coordinator, who's ever the head guy on the defense, who's calling the defense. That's a mindset on the defensive coordinator. Like, that's his mindset of being timid. Like, and it showed, like, you know how they say, like, your team takes on a persona of the head coach.
Yep.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
It shows, like, bro, when you got a coach that is like, that's on it, that's like, ain't taking no BS, that's really on it, they ain't going for nothing. You can just tell by the way they call the game, by the way we even play is just very passive. Like,
yeah.
Like, we're not a passive team, brother. We've never been like a passive program. So for us to turn around and try to be passive, and I don't know, I don't know. It's very weird.
So I got a question for you, Bishop. Do you think that is strictly because of the personality, or you talked about some of those other factors that, we don't have the full amount of hours, and is it maybe the people that has been recruited?
That's strictly personality.
That's personality.
Okay. All right.
To his point, when he said defensive lineman, y'all have seen me on several different platforms talk about Southern's defensive tackles, and you've heard what I said about them. we got to start looking at our defensive tackles, because there's no way if we had D1 level defensive tackle play that we should be getting picked up on blitzes as easy as we were
correct
this weekend.
Bro, I think
Go ahead, Bishop.
If I'm not mistaken, we probably damn near average giving up 200 yards a game on defense and rushing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like that's
absolutely
just bad. Like that's just.
It's
Them were 3 freshman running backs that they had. That's another thing. We talking about transfer portals. These freshmen kick dodge.
Freshman.
So it's like, bro, y'all better stop playing with these transfer portal junk, man. We better go get some guys out of high school that's gonna buy into the program.
From Florida.
But Bishop, your coach, our coach, and again, that's the reason why we did this show. And shout out to the people at 220 Club who actually have played, have coached, asked the question as we're losing talent because bring the talent back, get the talent recruited. And he said the best players in this conference come out the portal. We did a show. That's not true. And again, I'm not. See, my thing is, I don't like to talk about people because I don't know you well enough to talk about you. I only like to talk about facts. And we literally broke down from FCS. So all FCS All-Americans, majority of those kids, high school players. All SWAC team, majority of kids on the all SWAC team, high school players. And we're not going to talk about a guy like Andrew Bynum because he just went SWAC to SWAC, but he came out of high school.
One of our best players on defense, Riley, was a guy who committed to us out of high school. Is a safety. I forgot what number he is. I think he's like number 27. 27. He's the best player on our defense. The way he runs down to the ball, the way he just flows to the ball, and the way he hits. He's one of the best players on our defense. And I think he's not in like in the 10th grade. It's the reason why he started playing much, much more towards the end of the season because they gave him a chance and he made plays. I'd rather to me personally, I'd rather take my chance on a high school guy than a guy that's been washed up. I ain't gonna say like all guys are like that, but it's the reason why these guys are in the transfer portal in the first place.
100%. And I'll give you a scenario, the argument to that. You look at a player like yourself, right? You come in, don't play a little bit, you start working your way up. By the time you get to be the superstar you were with us for 4 years. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Compared to a portal guy, right? That to your point, if more likely not, especially if he's coming down to our level, does not have the stats, does not have the ability, and then you're going to keep him for a year, and if it doesn't work out, guess what? Because when the portal opens up, most of those transfer kids are leaving.
But you got to think about it though. Like when we played, like all them transfer guys, they had to buy into what we was doing. Mm-hmm. Like they bought into what we already established. We was already running the show. We already knew what it was, and they just came and they just fell in line to how we ran things and how you feel me. Everybody that came was family, so we weren't like just one on no green stuff. But at the end of the day, it's the way we ran things, and you joined us. You joined us. You was not bigger than the program. I don't care what school you came from, how many stars you got. You was not bigger than the program.
Period.
Not bigger than the program.
That needs to be on the shirt. That needs to be on the shirt. You are not bigger than the program.
I tell my students that all the time. You're not bigger than the program.
And because I want these players to really realize, like I want these players to really realize when my freshman year, to say you was on a football team, you were just another student. I keep trying to tell these guys, like, my freshman year in 2016, I was a walk-on. And just because you was on a football team, boy, you was not. Say you on a football team now? Oh, you getting whatever you want, probably at the school. Because I'm already knowing, like, so I just feel like guys are just happy to just be on the team. Like, it ain't no pride in saying I play fan. It's just, yeah, I'm on the team, I play football. Like, and you can just tell, like, certain guys who got it, certain guys who got it, you can tell by the way they play and the way they go about doing things. But
you had a coach that already said, what was it, 2 weeks ago after the game?
Not now one of our players scared him.
No, I'm going with.
I think his point.
Yes. It was a 220 club I'm talking about where they were asking about, the whole high school transfer thing. And I think coach was like, You gonna give me time to develop high school talent?
You won't give me. You talking about 4 years? You won't give me 4 months. That was actually
right.
quote.
Right,
yes,
right.
it was.
So what I'm getting at, to y'all point, his mindset, his mentality reminds me again. I've said this quote on the show before. It reminds me of Mike Tomlin, what he said. Some people they looking for talent because they run from coaching. Some folks can't coach, so they need to try to out talent people. They don't trust their own coaching, and I'm putting that out there. That's what I'm saying. You run for coaching, so you trying to get stars. You chasing stars, right? And football, as Bishop pointed out, is a team sport. It's a team sport.
Me and my girl, y'all have to understand. That's how wired we are.
I see y'all.
That was not planned.
But it's no lies detected. Come on, Troy. You ain't got to raise your hand.
Troy. Come on.
I'm the PWI guy here. I'm the Florida State PWI guy here. I'm the Florida State PWI guy in the 90s guy here. I don't want to hear that. He was not coached that way. He would have never been allowed to get away with what has been going on now. Absolutely not. I watched him get pulled in a game.
Look, that's why. Look, the best players got pulled by Mickey Andrews. I'm a Tallahassee native. Look, grew up watching Florida State and going to FAMU stuff. Like, we all know.
It's getting hot in here.
We're not doing that.
We just tell the truth.
Excuse. Mickey was coaching first-round draft picks like they were freshmen. You coach players hard to get the best out of them.
Maybe you ain't Mickey Andrews. That's the point.
It's a lot to unpack there. I got some thoughts. I don't know. We don't have enough time. Let me move forward here. As we are now trailing at this point. Lord have mercy. We're trailing 31-27. And then this probably was our I don't know, maybe I'd say this might have been our second best drive. Maybe our first best, because again, it started back from our own 25-yard line. We get the ball with about 7 minutes to go, just under 7 minutes to go. We go on a 9-play, 75-yard drive, taking up 4 minutes and 43 seconds, caps off by the Thad Franklin 19-yard touchdown run. We have a lead with 2:19 to play, 34-31.
I asked the question at that time.
Go to the now. Keith asked an interesting question.
And Troy, you remember I asked Marlo this question when
this
he was
running. Was this in the press conference? Where was it? Where did you ask this question?
I asked this in the press conference.
No. In the press box.
No, I said, look, I asked the question. I saw him running. I was like, would you take a knee here so that you go down because you don't trust his defense with the clock?
That's an interesting thought. What do you guys? We'll go around the panel. What do you guys think? Would you have taken that chance of maybe going down
or two
on the one? I don't know about that, but anyway, go ahead. Anybody? Tashay, Troy, Ashley, Campbell, go.
Nah, because we finna score.
Bishop says no.
No, because we finna score. And defense, you better
gotta do your job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you gave up a touchdown, 41-yard touchdown on a 4th and 8. I mean,
so it's not like guys want to do it.
Right.
Again, it was one guy.
Yeah. To the point. I understand. Folks want to say, well, you overthinking it. This is football.
That's why I asked the question.
You don't practice. This game 11, not game 1. Damn it! You got opportunity to score. It's a rival. You score. You play to win the game. Score. Get the touchdown. And damn it, as Bishop has talked about, have some pride. Fundamentals. Don't jump offside on 3rd and 4th down. Give first downs. And then on a 4th and 8. I don't give a damn if they complete whatever in front of you, but don't give up the touchdown with 28 seconds left. That has nothing to do with us kneeling or scoring. So
Then
So
on that
no.
last drive, we jumped off sides on like a 3rd and 3 or 4th,
Mhm.
4th and 3.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We could have
And
ended the
gave
game right
them-
there.
We
Yeah.
gave
Yeah.
we gave
It should have
them
been.
the first down. We gave
Twice
them
in the game, we gave them first downs on 4th down like that, and it was the same guy. I think it was 90 both times.
92. Oh, sorry,
So
baby.
it can be like I say, everybody can do their job. It's just one guy. And at the end of the day, that's like, to me, that is on coaching, because at that time, you already supposed to be like, as a coach, saying, yo, this is everyone, this is what we practice, this is what we do. He probably was saying that, and I wasn't there, so he probably was saying that. But it's just like, I don't know. In those key moments, that defines you as a team. That lets you know like what it's all about. Because when we played, we knew when it was crunch time, when we know we needed all 11 guys to make this play, we trusted all 11 guys to make that play. So I don't know.
That opening drive by Bethune, just in case anyone forgot, started with a 10-yard sack on first down. So we get a sack. They end up having to use one of their timeouts now, or actually the 2-minute timeout occurred, right? So this was right before the 2-minute timeout. Mm-hmm. We get a sack. They come out of the 2-minute timeout, y'all. It's 2nd down and 20. 2nd and 20.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
20.
Yep.
Right? That's incomplete. Now it's 3rd and 20 on their own 20. They pick up 17 yards.
17? Yeah.
Over the middle.
Yeah.
Here we go. 4th and 3. And then we call the offsides. 4th
and you
3.
know why we running so much zone? You know why we running so much zone? Because he is scared that these guys are going to blow by us. Yep. Why? Because we are big and slow. I don't know why we trying to get these big guys, these 6'4", 6'5". Like, bro, I don't care if he went to Power 5, bro. He's big and slow. Like, these guys are getting burnt. These guys are getting flying by. Like, we are slow, bro. We are slow. That is crazy.
Absolutely, we are slow.
Florida A&M.
All you got to do is look at the Bishop. All you got to do is look at explosive runs. When those guys break, ain't nobody coming to get them.
Not even the safety. Nobody.
The
Alabama but you know, but Bishop, but I also want to talk about this though. But I want to talk about this though. with your team that you guys had, and the teams again, we had Quinn Gray, where we're talking about speed galore. But the one thing about it is, you guys were also football tough. BJ Bowler, Kendall Bowler. Mm-hmm. Hey man, we accepted the challenge. So not only,
but you got to understand, BJ Bowler is a 4'3" guy.
That's what I'm saying. But not only that, we accept. But wait a minute. But what they will tell you, because that's wait a minute, and Kelvin and Bryan, we were all on here. And when we first started, what did we got all these fast guys, DBs, all these guys. That's what we now to a point about these DBs, all these DBs. These guys are fast. That's what they told us. That's what was told us. And things. But what I'm also saying is that also comes a time where you have to be tough. Well, you know, when we were in open, hey, I tell you what, she went great. Our championship season at Alabama State. Y'all remember that game? Mm-hmm. The game was going back and forth. Mm-hmm. That defense said, "No, we're gonna win this game. Yeah. It's not going to happen on our watch." And when you're talking about people, again, Bishop, your mentality, big play, Bishop on it. You see what I'm saying? It also has to do with the mentality. So when those guys, to Brian's point, the fact that we even discussed it, should we down it on the 1? The fact that even, and I understand football intelligence because there's some intelligence to that, but that shouldn't even come into play because we're not even that intelligent for that to even be in play.
And to your point, there is not, and I believe Haley is, there is not one guy on that team that when it's crunch time, that's like, hey, coach, give me the ball.
Yep.
There's not one guy, I believe that one guy on that team that's like, hey, coach, we need to play. You know who to get the ball to. I think Haley is that kind of, he strike me as that kind of guy. He do like, you need to play,
home run potential.
Just give him the ball. Like, you need to play, just find him the ball. Like, just get him a way to get the ball.
I would argue Wilcher is in that same vein, but the thing with him, especially with it, is just does he catch the ball? Because once he gets it,
See,
God
that's the
forbid.
thing. You got to be
Him,
consistent.
Speedy
Like,
Rogers, Goldie, consistency.
Well,
no,
did Goldie play in this
man,
game? Though? I thought Goldie was hurt.
bro, bro.
He
Whoever
played.
got that one on, whatever his name is,
Yeah.
bro.
Yes.
Take your number off.
Bro,
Drink
take
some water,
that off.
ladies.
Give him 99. That boy 99.
This is
You
a
got
take
that
my
stick
number
on
off.
like that. You tripping? I'm talking about you been tripping all. I'm not like. I don't think he. How many touchdowns he had this season? Probably 1 or 2.
I don't know. He dropped by 4 of them though.
That's what I'm saying. Like all season, that boy was tripping. Like,
yeah.
And what they did,
including this game,
kept putting them on out there.
Yeah,
that'd be my thing. Right?
But the crazy thing, Bishop, to your point, just one quick point about that. Listen to what we just named: Goldie Lawrence, Wilshire, Speedy Rogers, Haley. Mismatches all over, even Campbell at tight end, where plays could be made because we're not. And again, and this is where my thing is with RJ. RJ is not a quarterback that 90-yard drive, Bryan, that you're talking about. So we're not doing that. I'm sorry, he's not that type of quarterback. He has not developed that. But those guys that Bishop was talking about have the ability to go 40, 50, 60 yards.
Yeah.
And think about, but when you to the point when the time comes, when Rogers, because he dropped that ball, that was a touchdown. That changed the whole game. I think we kicked the field goal. That's the one we kicked the field goal, right? When he missed that, am I correct on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
in those kind of moments, it's like it's the classic. You got that stick on. You finna catch a pass in the end zone. You finna score, and you drop it. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, dog. Like, bro, this is sometimes them lights be too bright. Like, sometimes them lights be too bright for people, dog. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Bishop, the lights are always bright at Florida A&M, though. That's the thing about it. This is literally Florida A&M. We play in big games every year because we are FAMU and Bethune-Cookman was bad. It was still a big game. FAMU and Jack State was still a big game. FAMU and Southern with 2 bad teams was still a big game. Alabama State, FAMU. If you come here, you sign up for that. That's why I think people should come because you're going to be in these big games. We should be in championship moment games. What you like to say, you were in championship moments. So again, the way it laid out, but again, we never die. You got the games that you got to play against Jack State. Those were classics. Those were hard hit. Alabama State. But guess what? Nobody in the SWAC beat us other than Jackson State during your time. Nobody else.
Nobody in the big game.
I want to finish this. Obviously we know how this drive ends, but a couple other things that I noticed here, again, just to recall in case we forgot, just to add more misery into the tea that we're all drinking and the water bottles that y'all are sipping on. After the 4th and 3, which the offsides results in a first down, so it's 1st and 10 on the Bethune 42. James Gardner comes up with a 2-yard loss. Now it's 2nd down and 12. Bethune calls another timeout, right? All right, coming out of the timeout, you know how this goes. 2nd and 12 on the 45. They catch a short pass to the right, gain of 4, 3rd and 8, incomplete pass to Shaw, which then brings us to a timeout with 4th and 8 on the FAMU 41. And then it happens. I'm gonna pause right here. Well, let me do this because Keith, I don't have the graphic for you did the what's the segment when we start doing the video highlights. What you see is what you get.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the cool. Keith Hadley graphics there to see what you get. But what we do have. To join the show now, we got a coach's perspective, and I guess we can start from the last play and work our way back, or we can start from any number of plays. But I think it's appropriate to kind of start with the last play and get a coach's perspective. So joining us is Mr. Campbell's co-host on the Coach's Corner. Let's welcome in none other than Coach Johnny Cole, SWAC and SIC Coach of the Year. Coach Cole, how you doing tonight?
Good. Can you hear me?
We
Yes,
got
sir.
you.
We can't
Yes,
see you,
sir.
Coach.
Oh, y'all can't
Can't
see
see
me. You
no,
know,
but we got the audio though.
I got you. I got you. Oh, I gotta make sure I got everything intact.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. There he is. Welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight, Coach. How you doing tonight?
Man, I can't complain. I'm doing great. You know, as usual. You know, teaching and reffing and staying busy, and Mr. Campbell keep me busy. He keeps me in the game, so I'm glad to come out. I really feel like I'm in a snake pit with all these rattlers up in here.
You are.
We don't bite. We don't bite because you in the teaching. You in the teaching. This is we got educators and coaches. So this is a teaching lab. So it's all good right now.
Yeah. Oh, well, I teach as well.
Exactly. That's what y'all coaches. That's what coaches do. Coaches are teachers.
Yeah.
So all right, we're gonna go to the play that'll live in infamy. I asked this question in the history of the Florida Classic in our era. Does this now become? Kelvin said it's not quite one, but it's pretty damn close.
It's
it was a great game though.
It's one of the best classics. Is that what you're asking?
Well, in terms of memorable closing moments, Kelvin pointed out. What was Kelvin? You said the 2010.
The 2010 when Bethune-Cookman, that was coach for the BCU unbeaten team. We got a share of the title. I think we kicked the field goal in the last few seconds to win that game. And
that was when Brian Jenkins was over there. Huh?
Yeah, that was Brian Jenkins' first year. Correct.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to the play here. All right, we're gonna go to the play. Let me see how many wide this will go here. All right, there we go. So everybody's down low. We're going to the play.
Hey, Brian, freeze just 1 second. Freeze just 1 second. Freeze just 1 second. So,
Gotcha.
And I wanted, Coach, tell her what you said. What defense and what do you see right here? Because I think this is very important. Before Brian starts, what defense does it look like we're in?
Well, it looks like you're in some type of two. But one of the issues is if you go to the bottom corner, if it's a two shell or just a two zone, he should be outside that wide receiver, not inside. I mean, to me, that was a giveaway there. I mean, off the ball, if the quarterback just take it and shoot the ball to the sideline, there's no way that safety can come off that hash and get it. And that corner don't know what that guy's doing. So if it's two shell, that guy should be outside.
Hey, Coach, would you say that looked like a cover 3 cloud?
Yeah, it would look more of it could be what we call quarter halves. What is that? They're playing half to the field, all right, and quarters to the boundary. Meaning, if you see that linebacker up on the slot receiver there, it's like he's running to the flat. If he's going through the flat, it means you getting cover 3 on your sideline and 2. And they call that quarter halves. You'll have this safety to the field in between the hash and the numbers. You're gonna have that safety there, and that corner should be belling like hell.
Because I wanna say this can't be cover 4 because that safety is too far into the hash for him to be reading number 2 for it to be cover 4.
Yeah,
too far into the hash.
And if it's 2 the corner, even if it's 2, let's say it's 2 cover 2 zone. That corner is reading number 2's release. Once number 2, they both went vertical. So that means now he's got to stay outside of that guy and push everything inside. But then number 2 sits and run the dig route or little end. Then he's got to get out of there. He's got to get out of there.
I got a question, Coach. Just looking at the onset at the line of scrimmage, I had a question as far as would you send 4 down linemen or just send 3 and have that extra guy stay in coverage and maybe have one of your linebackers, if not both of them, kind of run a zone or like a zone spy situation there?
I would send 3 and cover. Why should I cover? It's 20 seconds left in the game. I don't care about the first down. I want
Right.
to go ahead on and tackle you, get you down. Now you got to run back up to the line of scrimmage. So I would have sent 3 and put more in coverage. But, you know, I've talked to guys all over this country about these last play. And, you know, like most of them say, I'm not trying to fool you. I'm going to go and put nickel or dime in the game off the rip.
Right.
And we're going to keep everything in front of us, and we're going to run with 8 tackles. You know, so off the rip, I'm going to do that. I heard earlier you guys said that Bethune-Cookman had called a couple timeouts before this play.
Yes, there was.
Yes.
So I'm glad you said that, because this is coming out of the timeout. They called a timeout right going into this fourth. Now, again, I'm glad you said that, Coach, because I was going to mention this. This was 4th and 8. They have a timeout left, and this is coming out of a timeout. And I'm wondering, they only need 8 yards. Is it possible, and I'm thinking this, that if we're playing this defensively, to basically keep them in front of us, and all Bethune needs is a first down, if Bethune gets anywhere close to the 30, there's 28 seconds left. They still have time to call timeout, and then they're essentially in field goal range where, at worst case scenario, they can kick a field goal to tie the game. Is there any thought process that changes the cover? Because we obviously are not playing prevent. We are expecting them to throw a Hail Mary bomb.
I wouldn't necessarily throw a Hail Mary or get us in field goal situation. You know, get the ball. But, you know, even now, when I see the front, you guys got 5 guys up line. The boundary end, he drops to the flat, and they bring them. So I think naturally they brought 4. You know what I mean? Instead of, to me, just putting them in a regular set, another linebacker, 3 linebackers across, everybody drop, get where you're going, you know, and drop another guy because you got a dime in the game or nickel package in the game. They should have made that adjustment, to me, in the huddle. And that's just the way that I see it. You know, it's a difference.
I want to put my little 2 cents in.
One thing about it I want to say before I even go further. Sometimes, man, these kids want to save and make the big play, and it always happens. They think they thought they seen something. But I know, too, that, well, damn, coach, you the one recruiting me, but put him in the damn spot. So, you know, it's a little give or take.
Go ahead, Bishop.
From my viewpoint,
That's it.
That safety, like I said, that safety is too far into the middle of the field, too far into the hash. If we playing quarter, the perfect coverage for this would have been quarter cover 4. That safety should have been reading number 2. That corner should have been reading number 2. He bit because he didn't have no help from the safety. From the way I view it, there is no way that safety is helping him backside with number 2. There's no way.
Yeah, go back just a little bit. Can you go start this play over? Just go back a little bit. Go back some more. Can you?
This is the start right here.
Okay.
This
start it.
Yeah. So it looks like we have 4 down linemen. This is right before the first snap.
Well, it's 3 down linemen and a hybrid, because that guy on the far left side is not a defensive lineman. He's like a linebacker hybrid.
Okay.
Coach, are you looking for when the cornerback was trying to communicate with the safety? What you were looking for?
Yeah.
You won't see it. The video.
I don't know if you see it. I don't know. It doesn't really show.
It's like from 0. It's like from, right here. Now watch he look over. He looks, see him looking over there to the safety.
You talking about the top of the screen?
You talking about the safety look back at him?
No, he doesn't. Like, that's what there's zero communication.
35-yard line. 35-yard line.
He's gonna look to the safety as if to say, "Hey, you got over top." Now, I wouldn't wonder why he would say that, but I'm thinking in my mind now he thinking it's 2. It's some type of 2, because he let that wide out go right by him.
Yeah,
run it back.
Yeah,
if it was 2 zone instead of
there's no way they could have been. There's no way they could have been playing.
And can you show me
way they could have been playing?
And I just can't think that Coach Cozy or the DB coach would tell that kid that. I don't know what was the issue of the communication?
They got to be playing. They got to be playing cover 3, Cloud. There's no way they playing cover 2. Because if they playing cover 2, that safety should be getting off the hash as soon as the ball snaps.
Right, and it was so bad. It was so bad that the ball. He waited to catch the ball.
And the quarterback called a shot. The quarterback literally immediately after the ball is snapped points and like go there.
So what they did. So what ended up happening was number 1 ran a stop and go. Number 2 ran a inside dead, and the corner bit on the dead and left the receiver wide open on the hitch and go. So my viewpoint is if they playing cover 3, he's midpointing 1 and 2. Him thinking that once that linebacker went out into the flats, he thinking, okay, he got his up under number 1, he good. He bit on number 2 running the dead because he did not have help from the safety. He's supposed to be midpointing 1 and 2, so he bit on number 2. There is no way that safety, he didn't have any safety help at all.
But his responsibility, the reason
is the quarter, the deep. He got to be deep.
He messed up for sure. The
reason why he didn't, I wouldn't say he bit on number 2. I don't know what he was doing, because if his eyes was on number 2 went away. The only way he should stop is if number 2 makes an outside release, not an inside release.
Right. Moving back a little bit, you can see when he bites.
In route.
It's going to come right here, Coach.
Correct. Because the way the defense is, remember the safety is standing on that inside hash on that side. So he's running into the coverage once he ran that in. So that's not his responsibility. You're right. He's supposed to stay outside with the deepest guy.
Yeah, he's supposed to. So,
Either way, wait, I want to say one thing, but Bishop said something, and Coach, we talked about this, and Bishop said the perfect defense should have been quarters. Coach, what did you tell me when we said that? And where was the guys? If it had been quarter, where should they have been lined up, Coach?
We talked about line up at 12, when safeties at 15.
Can we run it back
at 12? When those receivers release off, and at 12 yards they still going, everybody should lock on.
Can you show the can you go back to show the frame and show like what it was lining up at?
So because I'm with you though, I think from the start this is messed up. Like just the formation itself.
Keep going.
Yeah, you got the middle linebacker out there.
Stop right there.
All right.
That safety right now is supposed to be over number 2. He's not over number 2. He's
are you talking about the one to the boundary?
Yes, sir. The safety in the boundary. He's supposed to be over number 2. Why is he in the middle of the field?
If it's shell, yeah.
But him being in the middle of the field lets me know they are playing some kind of cover 3. Because there's no way.
And let me point out what quarter halves is. Quarter halves is they playing cover 2 to the field. You see where the first corner
to the wide side.
But he should be outside getting some type of jam on this, and he's a flat player. This safety is a third player. He's over top. The other safety rolls to the middle, and that corner should bail. So you're going to have 3 across.
Yep.
You're going to have 3 across. Because the linebacker goes, the linebacker up top goes to the flat. He's a flat player.
Yep.
Which is what he did. He went to the flat.
And there's no way that corner looking at that guy run flat that he thinking in his mind, let this guy run behind me. So it's got to be something between this safety and that.
So look, so it already
Bishop,
look. So we got the middle linebacker. He goes straight to the field. So in his mind, in the cornerback mind, there's nobody in the middle of the field. He's still wrong at the end of the day. He's still wrong. He's supposed to be deepest of the deepest. Deepest at the end of the day.
The safety, you got the safety. You still got safety on the hash. What you mean? There's nobody in the middle of the field.
So keep running, run the play a little bit.
What?
Stop. Damn, run it back just a little bit. Run it back. Keep going. All right, now run it. Stop it now. Damn, it's kind of hard to see that. So you got the DN went up on a running back. he messed up. At the end of the day, he messed up. He's supposed to be deepest of the deepest.
But would you also argue that the formation in itself really sets the players up to fail?
Yeah.
Like for me, that was the number one thing. Why do you start that formation in the first place? Because Coach Cole, you mentioned the corner should have a responsibility. Bishop, you mentioned there's a spot in the middle, but if there's a safety over the top and you have two safeties and you take one of those D linemen out and put them back in coverage, all of a sudden, to me, that helps eliminate some of that gaming and questioning, especially for a corner who has made mistakes throughout the season.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
The weakest spot between this coverage is the middle of the field and actually where they threw the ball at.
Yep.
Those are the weak spots of this defense.
Go back again.
Yep.
Go back.
Coach, I got a question. The running back leaks out. You're blitzing a defensive back. There should have been pressure if the running back is leaking out, correct?
You got to if you bring more than they blocking.
Right.
If you bring more, but you're not bringing more than they blocking. They block. They got 5 blockers, right? And you only got 4 rushing. So actually, they got an extra guy that's picking up. But that end is locked on. Evidently, they had the end locked up on the back.
So I got a question. What was the linebacker's job? Can you put it up again?
One of the linebackers is Nayron. He goes to the flat on the left.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm asking Coach. Like
Nayron did the right thing.
That was his job.
Nayron did the
perfect. All right, but look though. I'm gonna keep it G with you. I'm gonna keep it G with y'all though. All right, which is kind of messed up. If he have the flats, say that flat defender turn up and do a wheel, that's his guy.
Can I say something? Man, it ain't no coverage like what we looking at.
Yeah.
it's a bad play call.
Unless it's quarter halves, meaning that defensive back is supposed to be back in quarters. That safety to his side should roll to the middle, and this safety should roll to the numbers. So you'll have 3 deep and you'll have 5 underneath. That right there, I've never seen in my 40 years of coaching.
I agree with you.
So it's a mistake. It's going to be a mistake. Either if they're playing quarters, that corner should know he should be back. This corner should be back, and you got 4 deep. 4 deep is good against 2x2, meaning 2 receivers. So once they release out, all 4 of those receivers should be covered. If it's quarter.
I mean, which is what they're in now, and the new term for it, Coach, is cover 3 cloud. They don't say quarter half. They say cover 3 cloud.
You can say that. You can say that. That's
how is he running himself out of coverage? I don't understand. That's not true. I thought that Nayron went back because he saw he leaked out the number 2.
Nayron's job is to cover the curls. Which is he ran a hitch, which he thought he ran a hitch, and he was under that, but he ended up running a hitch and go. So at the end of the day, the cornerback is supposed to be deepest of the deepest. He's not supposed to let anybody get behind him.
I know that.
That's if it's quarters, but if it ain't quarters, and it's something else, I don't know what made that kid not get back.
And why would you put a linebacker on a receiver like that?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Nobody's answering that question.
That's where I was going to go with
Bishop.
Bishop.
What I'm asking.
Bishop, you played some slot.
It was a zone.
Right.
A zone.
Right.
He has a zone. He doesn't have a man.
Exactly.
He has a specific area on the field.
Agreed.
He ran to his area on the field and covered that area.
Mm-hmm.
The guy stopped and kept going. The corner bit on something that he was not supposed to be biting on.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. That's what I'm asking.
And we had 2 timeouts, by the way, all. So just in case somebody looked out there and thought we were in a wrong coverage, we've seen us blow timeouts for less. That would have been a great time to call a timeout.
And if you go back and watch the play, the cornerback, his first step was wrong. Mm-hmm. His first step should be back. His first step was inside.
Thank you.
That's right.
His first step was inside.
Yeah.
Got me wanting to go back to it again. All right, here we go. Let's see that first step. Now, which cornerback are you talking about? At the top of the screen?
Yeah,
Yes.
the one to the boundary.
Okay.
I just see it's just he's freezing there. Even that linebacker,
Oh, he did. He
even
sure
that
did.
linebacker should not be outside that slot play.
Right.
His
right.
alignment should be inside the slot play.
Right. He's already lined up. Technically, where he lined up is already in the
I mean, if you ran
his
double,
zone, right.
if you ran
Right.
double slant against this up top, both guys
Yeah.
run double slant.
It's wide open.
Hell, you gonna catch the ball and run for 10, 15
20.
yards.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. Facts.
I mean,
Yeah.
Wow.
that linebacker should be inside that wide receiver. When that ball is snapped, he should pop his legs, make some contact, and then if somebody's in the flat, get there.
Yeah.
It was way
Yeah,
too
right about
complicated
that.
of a defense that we played.
Mhm. Yes.
It was just
You
keep
know,
it simple,
see,
stupid. That was complicated what we did defensively
If
on that play.
you can see right there, Freezer. If that inside slot guy runs a slant, who catches it?
Oh,
Right.
so now you know.
And
the
that's
safety.
what I was thinking.
Safety
That's what
does.
I was thinking, that the cornerback kind of bit on the inside a little bit, which is wrong. But that's my was thinking why he kind of bit in on a slot guy.
His read, if they're in quarters, is look at his release. If his release is across the field, his eyes go to the receiver.
I know that's what
But
he's
it
supposed to
ain't.
do.
This guy
I
is
know that's what
going
he's
vertical.
supposed to do.
He's going vertical, and he should be back.
Mhm.
But Brian, I want to make a point that you said, and I think is just a microcosm. We have called timeout for less. And my thing is, when coach, and again, Bishop did the same thing. First of all, we came out of a timeout, guys. Understand it.
You had the perfect picture.
Everybody should know what we're doing. Okay, let's start there. The call is not on the fly. A timeout was called. To your point, Brian, when coach and the thing, this is one time when we have coaches and players on here. Coach, the first thing coach said, Campbell, that guy doesn't know it. So I'm calling another to Brian, your point, because I don't think you guys know what we're about to call. Because the timeout doesn't matter.
I think the linebackers lined up wrong too. I think the linebackers should be
That's
lined
where I
up
was
in
gonna
depth like the field linebacker.
Mhm.
At least by the hash, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he should be at least by the hash.
That's why I said I didn't like the formation.
Take
Period.
away the inside.
Yeah.
This is sad. I got the
And if you look at the picture now, number 2, the inside guy got a free release. Nobody was his coach saying he should be lined up inside of him. Nobody put hands on him. The guy got a free release.
But
So
we're
if
not
you look
playing
at the
man.
cornerback, if you
Yep,
look at the
he's coming up
cornerback
already.
now,
Yep.
if you look at the cornerback now, right now he's called what they call midpointing. He's
Yep.
trying to read 1 and 2 at the same time. He's trying to read both guys. And if you keep going,
you know what that's saying to me, and you kind of right, is that he's in some type of 3 coverage.
that's why I say cover 3 cloud. So if you keep going a little bit, longer, keep going a little bit.
Touchdown right here.
Stop.
He's beat. But the problem is, regardless of which coverage it was, he's beat by both guys right now at this point. He's flat-footed and he's moving forward while they running toward him.
Yep.
He don't allow them to get too close, and he ain't even in his backpedal. He ain't even dropped his hips yet.
Yep.
Man.
And you got cute by dropping a linebacker, whatever, in coverage too. Like y'all are pointing out, the play is too bleeping complicated. Like,
It is.
as Kelvin said, keep it simple, stupid. Like, and the crazy part is you have people who played football, coach football from high school to college level that are all saying the same blessed thing. That one, the formation was trash. Secondly, the execution was trash. And then the end result is trash. So what do you get? You put trash on top of trash and on top of trash, and you get more trash, what ultimately ends up in a failure. Like, it's garbage, man. Like, and it's so crazy that you're not even armchair. I'm pretty sure most people in the stadium saw it. And even Cozy said he dropped to a knee when he saw the play going on. Like, bro, it doesn't make sense. Simplify your game so that the players can.
And you saying you guys had timeouts left?
Yes.
Then somebody from up top should have done that and called downstairs and say, we lined up wrong. We need a timeout.
But defense coordinator's on the field.
And the defensive play caller.
Well,
I see we've dissected this, the secondary and all that. I just can't get past how the quarterback had time to be a air traffic controller.
I mean, I understand that though.
We only
he wanted to.
Like Coach said, we only had 4 rushes on 5. This
Right.
man had time to survey the field and go deep like he's playing backyard football.
Yes.
And waited for him to get there. He also waited for him to get there.
But 4 on 5, and out of that 4, only 2 are true defensive ends. The other 2 are really hybrids. So that's another thing where go back and look at that left tackle. That left tackle is doing the same thing every left tackle's done to FAMU. Own whoever blitzes. Like you I'm sorry, that's a 200 and some pound man going against a 300-pound man. You're not supposed to win that fight.
Roster construction.
And then it was a delayed blitz. Why are we pretending it's 4th and 8? If we coming, damn it, we gonna get up on our line of scrimmage and we coming.
Well, see, this is the thing. Well, Brian, this is the thing. Me and Coach, this was the crazy thing. It's about putting, and I think what Keith is talking about, playmakers. If you're going to bring a slot guy on it, the whole purpose is to shock the guy because there's another guy that left tackle has to account for. The left tackle had nobody to account for. He accounted for the slot guy who was creeping up, basically became a small defense in my size.
Right.
So there was nothing to give any confusion
It was
in
no
anything
deception.
like that. So again, to Coach's point, and Coach, we literally talked to 3 or 4 defensive coordinators. So Coach's point, if you're going to do that, you might as well just rush 3 and drop 8. If you're going to do
that,
that,
that was my whole
and
standpoint.
mind you, the time also plays in a factor too, because remember, the only thing that can beat us is what beat us.
Yeah,
right.
The only thing that beat us is what beat us. Don't let him get in the end
And if
zone.
he stands in the pocket, who gives a crap? Because he's eating up clock while he's standing in the pocket. Let him sit up there, bounce,
and make
bounce,
him throw a
because the
short
clock
to
is running.
Coach's point where you tackle
Thank
him.
you.
Right.
And
That's
now
more
people
time
got to
off the clock.
run. Are they trying to get the field goal guy out there? Because now
Exactly.
you're talking about 10 seconds left.
It's situational football, and to the point, as Bishop pointed out, it's softness.
I
over
think
and over again. It's just
maybe
poor football.
they were making the call to stop the first down instead of stopping the touchdown. Maybe they thought that he wasn't going to go deep because it looks like the quarterback told the receiver, keep going.
Yeah,
He did.
He did.
And I think that's why that. Yeah, I think that's not corner kind of bit, assuming that they won't go for the first down and not for the touchdown.
Yeah,
And
so the defense might have been set to stop the 8 yards and forgot about
that's putting the cart before the horse.
Yeah,
and I'm saying that in a nice Christian way.
That is bad coaching if that's the case. But you're right.
All right, let's find another play, Brian.
Please, because I can't stomach this one no more.
Okay, and Brian,
all right, let's go to the Javon.
Brian, let me make one quick point and why this is important.
Yes,
because it's a lot of YouTube. It's a lot of YouTube shows out there. But this is why I had Coach on, and thank you, Bishop, because what I hate is people that don't, and we've seen this because I think, Kelvin, we talked about this when the guy was talking about why they didn't have a certain guy and you couldn't even do it. So I want people to understand when we're critiquing this, that's why I had Coach to come on. Because I don't want nobody to say, oh, you guys are hating and you guys don't know what you're talking about. You never play. You got a championship player here and a SWAC championship coach here. So it's not us. It's Coach that has won a SWAC championship explaining to you guys why this play didn't work. So I want to be clear on that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to another play that kind of broke our back right after we had just gained the lead 27-24. And then we go to Javon Ross, a 67-yard scoring play here by Ross.
Same person going to miss the same tackle doing something stupid in a second.
This one right here. This right here.
Just tackle. Just tackle him.
Yeah, he grabbed him. I think this was touch football.
Just tackle him.
He tagged him.
Jump on his back, for goodness sake.
I mean, one thing, all that.
The ball out, right? I thought he was trying to rip the ball.
He does.
One thing that sticks out to me about this play is speed. All that other stuff, man, that boy caught that ball and got up out of there. He was trying to. Like I said, he said, "Coach, give me the ball and let me show you." That's what he did.
But he didn't outrun
But
19.
yeah, no,
Man, yes, he did.
No, he
Yes,
did.
he did.
Oh, yeah,
That dude
I'm
missed
telling
the
you, he
tackle.
outran that boy. Yes, he did.
And
He just
19,
missed the
and
tackle.
19
Come
made a
on,
bad
guys.
decision
Bro,
too.
that man outran,
This
outmarked.
is
He
tackle
missed it. He
football.
missed the
He
tackle.
just missed the daggone tackle. At the end of the
Yes.
day.
He still
He
outran
made
him.
them two. He made them
He
other two guys miss.
ducked his
Yeah, he
shoulders. Watch him drop his shoulders.
Well, see, I'm like Bishop.
said no.
If you even with leaving, he was already beating him because the angle was bad.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to tell you, man.
No,
That
no,
young
no,
man got up out of
outran
there.
him to the sideline.
Man, if he grabbed the guy lower and really sell out trying to make the damn tackle,
Look right
he
here.
could have made the
He's
tackle.
already blowing past him right here.
there, boom.
But he still got the angle.
He's past him. I want y'all to
everything-
understand he's past him. What
is
y'all not
past him.
understanding? He's
Even
he's
if he's
gone.
he's past him.
All right, yo.
He had the
That
angle,
is,
but he got
that is not that bad. That's not hard. That's not that hard.
He should have dabbed low and not.
Yeah,
hit
he should have
him.
grabbed the leg. Just grab the leg.
I thought myself fall and trip him up or something.
Yeah, he
Slap
should.
ankles, push him out of
He should have
bounds.
went
Not
for his
that
ankles
big.
instead of high.
He got both hands on him high. That's all I'm saying. Whether he was outrunning the angle or not, that is not a hard tackle.
Yeah.
Can you go back? Can you go back where he catches the ball at?
Oh, the middle of the field, wide behind open, my brother.
Now stop right there.
He almost
see,
fell there.
see, on defenses, they got what you call fits. What are fits? Fits is I need to make the tackle. I need to make the ball go inside. See, that linebacker overran him, and it happens. That linebacker should be behind him because the safety is up the other fit. The linebacker should be tackling from the outside in, and the safety should be coming in. What happened? He overran the play, and the kid made a great move on him as well. See, that linebacker should have been on the outside, and that safety is in perfect shape. He should have been trying to tackle him from the outside in. And unfortunately, the guy just makes a great play.
Why are we
amazing because he slipped.
Because see, a lot of times the defense always want to force the ball inside to these other players. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Because the sideline,
you got help there. That's right.
The sideline, it'll help you yourself, but you always want to try to turn the play back in to your players.
And I'm gonna make this point. All right, he could have did way more for the tackle. But how many times have we seen Xavier Smith do the same exact thing?
Yep.
No, that boy.
How many times did we see Xavier Smith run past guys and have them reach out? You could have made that tackle, man. That young man is moving.
Not if you ain't got your hands on him though. My thing
is that's what I'm saying. You can't do that. You can't do that.
It was not in the middle of the field. He
could have pushed him towards the sideline.
I didn't see Xavier
over the man, almost like he's gonna strip. So I agree with you that they are even, and he was being beaten, but his effort on the tackling was pure trash.
Yeah.
Who was that got
pancaked? I'm with Bishop. He was beat.
If it was if that guy had a rattle on and he did that.
I agree with
So
you.
let me ask you.
I would say the same thing.
This was my thought about this.
I'm
play,
talking
right?
football now. I'm not talking uniforms.
Okay, let me say this was my thought about this play too. Something we were talking about earlier, right? So this happens. I think this was the third quarter, right?
Yes, third quarter.
Third quarter, this happens. Okay. Then this is number 19. Then of course we see the subsequent play that loses us the game, right? Early on in the game.
No, this is fourth quarter, Tasha. This play occurred right after we had just grabbed the lead.
Okay.
27-24, just grabbed the lead, scored 18 straight points. This was the second play following that score.
Okay, so then, like I said, subsequently we see what happens in that last play with the same person, right? Earlier on in the game, correct? Dad fumbles the ball, right? He's out. We don't see him again until the second half, right? So where is the equity in if the boy makes a touchdown on this play? Why is he not pulled? But we pull Thad, and we needed Thad to make some. We don't see Thad anymore until the second half. My question is to the coach. This is what I'm asking, Coach. Do you pull, right? if we have somebody that's making constant mistakes over and over again, we see this consecutively with this player, right? If you have other DBs, okay, do you pull him or do you continue letting him work through? You know, how does that work? Because we know that we'll pull a player for a mistake, right?
Right. Well, unfortunately, football is not like basketball, number one. Number two is when you're in the FCS, your second player might be like a Division III player. I don't know the personnel there, and that particular play, I just think that wide receiver, who everybody on this show knows, he's done that all year, and I just think he made a great play. And when he get going straight, it's hard. He done that to. I've watched film and several times. He done that to Pine Bluff. He done it to Prairie View. He done it to Alabama State. I mean, he's just that dynamic of a player. But yes, if a guy doesn't get it done, yes, you got to be able to put some in there or call defenses where you can have a player if you got to just play a player.
But Coach Cole, they were just loving him last week when he got a pick.
No, Bishop. No, we weren't. No.
Who's they?
Ain't no they.
You gotta watch the show
point at her chest.
But my thing is, I can love you and still you need a little second. You need a breather. You need to take a moment. That ain't
got nothing. You play now. That's the fleas that come with the dog.
Yeah, that's why I'm just talking shit.
But must be Superman one day and you trash the next.
So you need a moment.
But as a running back, Bishop, isn't the rule?
To your point, and I'm not being shady, but at the beginning of the year, I think the most recruited position was the DBs. We recruited like 400 of them.
We have 30 plus DBs, absolutely.
But Bishop, is that not the rule though? As a running back, if you fumble, you can expect to see the bench for a little while. Is that not the norm?
I mean, every coach different because every coach different.
Yeah.
Every coach different.
We needed that though.
Well, you guys the offense finally came around and started scoring some points.
Mm-hmm.
But I still see, that you need more improvement on that defensive line because, people been able to run the football. And if you can't stop the run, it makes it even harder to stop the pass. And, and from season to season, I've seen that. I mean, you guys struggle early in the year again on scoring points. In FCS football, you got to score points. I've been at Tennessee State, Alabama State, Southern University. Of course, I was head coach at Texas Southern. You got to be able to score points in FCS.
Yes.
And be consistent.
Yep. You guys want to take a look? You want to take a look at that Jamal Haley touchdown run? Of course, it was only one play, 72 yards. Let me see. We got that one. Let's see what we got here.
Like I said, it's just when guys like certain guys just want that spotlight. Certain guys just know when it's daytime, they capitalize. And Haley's just one of those guys. Like he's just one of those guys.
The line blocked their behind.
Like
as much as people are going to argue about it, they blocked their behinds off.
Untouched. There ain't a whole lot to talk about on that one. It was so clean. There was no safety in the middle of the field. They were on the hash or outside the hash. And so once he got to the second level, it was over. I mean, that's a legit 4-3-4-4 guy.
That's what you brought him here for. Literally, that's what you sold us when you recruited him. You said he was a speedster, he was a fast guy, he was a playmaker. He's proven in that place. We talk about your evaluation of players and talent. You were right.
Yeah.
What made this play successful from the and what did Bethune-Cookman potentially do wrong in the defense there, Coach?
Can you go back to the line? Because I think they caught you guys in one free, meaning that they do have an extra man, and evidently the coordinator thought that you guys were going to run the ball because this is a run-stop defense.
Right.
But good for you guys. You guys ran a mixed directional play, meaning that everybody is blocking down. I don't necessarily have a man. I got a gap, which is good. And I can guarantee you, if I was looking from the backside, that one of their men ran two men into the same gap, which made the whole gap to hold open, and the safeties didn't see it. So you could slow it. It's a counter. This is a counter.
And it looks like you have a lead blocker in there too, which helps as well.
Right.
Because the lead blocker immediately knocks the guy out of the hole.
Everybody's on helmet on helmet. Look at that.
Right.
Everybody on somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And there you go. And really the problem is that linebacker, their linebacker should have made that tackle.
Yeah.
You see that linebacker right there on the 30, right? He should have made that tackle. And
he might have got held a little bit.
That guy probably was holding too.
Yeah, he probably got held a little bit.
Maybe just
he did get turned.
Cause see that line, ain't no way that linebacker should have got a hand on that back. Hey, what's my lady to talk to say they need to take him out? Yeah, I'll take his ass out. You don't cost us a touchdown. You should have been unblocked free.
No, leave him in. He was on their team. Leave him in. Let him stay.
Yeah.
And then so that was one touchdown that got us a lead. And then here's another touchdown after we gave up that Javon Ross. We came back, and here's this was the last play of that 9-play, 75-yard drive where we would score. This was the play before, but here it is.
Counter again.
I think there's another counter again. This was a counter again, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Counter my favorite run.
Why is it your favorite though? If you can share for the people.
I don't know. I'm a little guy, so I can hide behind my lineman, and then I'm real good at pressing the hip of my tight end. So just get lost back there.
Ashton Grable 71. That's Ashton who pulled from the right side going left. And if I'm not mistaken, that's Campbell, the tight end who's behind him.
Right. Right.
And he looked like he went and got a block.
It's great.
He did.
Yeah, he's got the linebacker that's coming up. The first guy is the kick out guy, and the tight end is the guy that leads the back through the hole and get a linebacker.
Yep.
He picked up that block good.
Yeah. You know, Bethune wasn't very good at stopping anybody this year. They just outscored everybody.
No, they weren't.
At least the people that I think you guys were the only winning team that they beat.
Oh, don't say that.
That's not a surprise.
Well, we're not winning yet.
Well, we were 5-5, Coach. So
yeah.
We were.
Yeah.
We were 500, not a winning team.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, let's get ready for the was it school grade?
All right. I don't know. What we got? Grades are good, bad, and ugly. What do we got? Real quick. What do we want to go to?
Good, bad, and ugly, then school grades, so we can close out.
All right. Exactly. All right. We like to do a segment around this time called the good, the bad, and the ugly. Of course, brand new. You know, Bethune continues to give us great content. We appreciate.
Hey, before y'all get that, hey, I'll let y'all Rattlers, man, figure it out because I got to strike, and strike again.
All right.
Hey, we appreciate you, Coach Cole, man. Thank you for coming on.
Appreciate it, Coach.
I appreciate you guys. And if y'all want to win in 334-318-1141, you can catch me.
We got that, Coach. We got it.
All right, take care.
All right. Let me see. Coach Cole. All right, hold on. Where did Tasha go? Oh, Tasha hit the wrong button, I guess. Maybe she had to grow. I don't know.
She's too cute for us.
I don't know. She's somewhere. I guess she'll come. She'll come back in. I'll look for her. All right. Good, bad, and ugly. Let's go around the horn. Let's I don't know. What do we like? Let me see. We lost, so that means we start with the good. Yeah. Let's start with the good. Kelvin, good. What you got?
Oh, my good is this was one of those games, even though I hate the results, I felt like the team, it mattered to them. They cared. And the fact that they went down 24-9 and came back multiple times, that's the good for me. That shows some Rattler spirit, man. And after the game, I saw guys, tears in their eyes, distraught, having to be. That's what I'm saying. It meant something, and I hadn't seen that a lot this season. We got 6 losses. So their reaction to the adversity of the game, and to put us in position to win in spite of that adversity, that's the good for me.
The good for me, I'll go with the performance of Franklin and Haley today. I thought combined, Thad was 11 carries, 118 net yards, 1 touchdown. Haley was 6 carries, 78 yards. I mean, those were chunks. 25 total carries from the rushing position, 195 net, 2 touchdowns. I don't know. That was the good for me. What you got, Keith? Good.
I'm not even gonna take anything from the classic. It was good. It was a good experience for us to see everyone there. But honestly, I'm gonna go to volleyball. Like winning the SWAC championship as the 8 seed. I'm sorry. Look, I bought some trophies. I'm sorry. Look, you can say what you want to about me. I don't care.
Thank you, Troy. Brother just went left.
I don't give a poop about nothing but the tie. Blitz, FAMU, blitz. But it's the SWAC champions. That's what I need. Because right now with this football team, you got us asking and answering unnecessary questions. Somebody getting fired. Somebody going to be the next up. Like it's the volleyball team. That's my good.
All right, Mr. Campbell, what's good? What you got?
Well, I'm going to do like they tell you to answer one, but I'm going to give 2. I'm not a big band guy, but I did watch the halftime. I think the Marching 100 totally showed out against Bethune-Cookman. Like, I'm not a big band guy, but I was really impressed. But the good also, which makes me mad, is the level of explosive plays that I knew this team had the potential that we saw. And again, it was like, where was this at against the Howard game? Where was this at when we were 3-3 against Jack State, where we had the crowd, and if one of those explosive plays, again, we know Jack State would have won, but I'm saying explosive plays turn games around.
They do.
So when you do that, and that's the thing about it, which again just drives me nuts, it would be different if we just did not have that level of explosive guys on this team. So that's my good.
Troy, what's your good?
So like Mr. Campbell, I got more than one. I'm gonna start with the easy one, and I'm gonna work my way down. First, having an SID that responds to emails, I love that. That is amazing.
There you go.
We were able to cover the classic for the first time because we had a working SID. Number 2,
Dennis Driscoll.
Shout out Dennis.
Yeah,
So.
shout out Dennis.
He bailed me out.
Number 2, RJ, man. I have been critical of RJ, and he has progressed.
He's grown.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And for anybody not to see that is crazy. Number 3, to the people who govern the press box, thank you for not throwing me out.
You was all right.
So you were that guy?
No,
somebody was telling me.
I had to go down the hall. I had to go down the hall to celebrate the touchdown.
Troy was
I heard somebody was coaching in the press box.
Troy was all right.
Yeah, it was some coaching in the press box.
Ashley, what was good?
So 2 things stood out to me, maybe 1.5, because Kelvin already said it about like the resolve of the team. They just had some fight in them, which we've seen at times throughout the season. But they really had some fight in them, and being down is at the half at the amount that they literally held on and held them and scored points. I love the fight even with the adversity. But my true good is that it felt like to me that Baby Birds had like a coming out party almost. This game, which we've seen him make plays here and there. The key receivers have been Wilcher and Goldie, but Baby Birds had a game, and I enjoyed seeing him. I just enjoyed seeing him score multiple times and just show what he can do, which I we've seen and talked about, here and there throughout the season. So Baby Burris is my good.
Baby Burris, I like it. Tasha, go ahead. What you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna echo Ashley and Kelvin for the first one about the resolve of the team and them never giving up. Hats off for that. And then I'm gonna say, because I've been very critical, the offensive coaching, like from a coaching perspective, actually making adjustments after the half. And we seeing, them throwing the ball more as opposed to trying to just stuff up. I mean, just trying to run. They actually made adjustments that opened up for the run and allowed us to get some of those explosive plays. So hats off to the guy in the box for making some adjustments that actually opened some stuff up for us.
Nice,
Big
nice.
Birds and Big Birds.
Bishop, what you got?
Big
What was
Birds
good
and
from
Baby
this
Birds.
game?
The only good I just say is just the fight, making it a game, making it competitive. I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll swing it back around and start with you. We'll go with the bad, Bishop. What was bad?
Oh.
There's a lot of options here. Don't forget we have an ugly too, so don't burn it all up.
Nah, the bad was just I'll say that one for the ugly. But the bad was just losing.
Yeah.
The bad is that last play. The ugly is
No. That's the bad.
the bad is that play. That last play. And then the whole first half. That whole first half and the
You
last
stole
play.
mine.
Look,
Right. Do we have a unanimous bad here?
Well,
So I
for
say
me,
you were going with the bad first half.
that first half was trash. Bad.
Ashley, you're bad.
Half mine.
Yeah. Yep. That's definitely bad for me as well.
Man, Troy, what do you got?
The inability to adjust to sudden change. Every time we either get a turnover or score, we fail with the sudden change. We had a pickoff in the first half that we just been dying for interceptions all season. Didn't score.
Mm-hmm.
Then we score a touchdown and we give up an instant strike immediately. The sudden change we got to do better at.
Good point. Mr. Campbell, what you got?
I'm sorry, I've got to do multiple. The bad, I've got to agree my young sisters here. The bad was that first half. Bad for Bethune-Cookman. What the hell that drum major was trying to do at the Battle of the Band. That did give me some comfort.
Yes.
Seeing that. And then I'm sorry, the bad is the conference call and the interview with Coach Cozy. That was just bad because you put us in a position where it seemed like you don't feel that you're getting supported. And then you're saying where the change in administration, nutrition, NIL, and then I can start naming things. And I'll say, I'm from Jack State that has 6 presidents in the last 5 years. So you can't blame the presidents at FAMU. We have a person that tried to do NIL and has worked and gave $40,000. You're going to tell me the 220 Club doesn't help with nutrition and the boosters don't help with nutrition? And, so when you say these things, and then in the end, you say the best players are transfer portal guys. So to me, that's just bad because, again, we're here to support Coach Cozy. And all those people that he feels is not supporting him, I can say otherwise that they have. And I think everybody here is a champion for the program. We don't care who the coach is. We're champions for the program. So that was kind of when you hear that, because what happens is other fan bases, and maybe he didn't mean the way he said, but people hear what they want to hear. And I just was kind of disappointed when I'm hearing things about NIL and, why we're not winning and nutrition and things like that,
Go ahead, Keith. I'll hold my comment for a second until after
Awesome.
Keith. Go ahead.
I forgot to give a good to the fans. Thanks for everybody showed up. We stayed about on our own pace. So that was good.
55,000 plus. 55,000
Yeah.
plus.
We're upholding the standard. I think my bad was the defense, honestly. And it was the inability. Troy kind of hinted at it, but it's the inability to make personnel switches. And it's gone on throughout the season. And even on the last play of the game, we spent half that time talking about why the HEW hockey sticks was this person there. Why the HE hockey sticks we lined up like this? And defensively,
why is it so complicated, right?
Like, why is it so complicated? Like, at a certain place and a certain point, you're doing too effing much. And I think that has to be said. Defensively, we just are not supporting, because we talked about the sudden change and these other things. But it's just, for me, defensively, I don't think we're doing the smart things, because offensively, you can point out where the adjustments are made. Tashay pointed out there were second half adjustments made because you were anemic in the first half. Then second half, you look solid. So for me, it's the defense is a bad, and it's something that I don't see a lot of improvement on, especially when you, the coach, in the first morning post game, I talk about the number of seniors in the secondary, and it's like, this don't make sense. This don't make sense. Well, if they're that experienced, one, why are they still making the same mistakes? But two, why are the HEW hockey sticks are they still out there?
All right. So it's kind of interesting. Your bad had to do with the comments, Steve, because my thought as I saw all that starting to play out, my thoughts about the comments, which is, maybe not so much the bad, but Colsey, and I've talked to him, and he's had maybe five now, 5 athletic directors in his now 2 seasons as the head coach. 5. And 2 or 3 presidents. I don't know. Okay. Now, I know people want to use Jackson State as the standard of this conversation, but the one consistent that they have had is Ashley Robinson. And I've had the pleasure of talking to Ashley Robinson when I talked to him at SWAC Media Day, and I finally got a chance to kind of understood that, this man is the truth. Because I asked him, I said, how do you, with all of the changes and leadership changes at JSU, he talked about being able to coordinate and talk to all of the moving people, places, and things, but he's been consistent. So coaches can do what they can do. The programs can continue to move forward and be successful because he's there. So my only interpretation of what Colsey was saying is, when you've got instability with our athletic directors, instability with our presidents, leadership, we know just go look at the athletic staff directory and look at all the vacancies right now in the department. No one's making excuses, but I understand. I understand the challenges that he's dealing with. So I think that's all that I kind of interpreted that. And, I don't think it was a dig or I know it may be viewed that way.
Well, can I say before you go?
Please, let me just say this.
Go ahead.
But volleyball, but softball, but golf. People are winning championships with that same instability.
But winning.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
But Bryan, my only thing is, but Bryan, here's the thing. While he's been here, he has not been in the main seat. Okay, nor was he the assistant. So he's only had 2 athletic directors. Him, one of those athletic directors.
4.
No, I'm talking about him as the head coach.
Yeah, 4. He started with Tiffany. Then it went to Michael Smith
and Angela.
Then it went to Angela. Then it went to Travis. Don't forget Travis. And now Michael Smith.
Okay, I'll give you that. Well, let me say this. One of those athletic directors made sure the whole staff got a raise. Angela.
Yeah, for sure.
So to help you get people to retain. And last I checked, no matter how many athletic directors, NIL is not controlled by the athletic director. And I know the 220 club is not controlled by the athletic director. The boosters are not controlled by the athletic director. Okay, so I'm talking about things. So to your point, and this is the reason why I pointed to Jack State, the things that we can control. And I think the 220 club does a hell of a job.
Yes,
they do.
You know what I mean? Supporting that. I think the booster club. I see the picture of the nutrition program. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, and let me say this, is again, while you might feel that, the better thing is to say, I'm the coach. I'm going to play the hand I'm dealt. And I appreciate everything. And if you can even help us even more with nutrition.
That's a good point.
With NIL, with this, then we can be a championship team. And so all I'm saying is the thing, sometimes, as they say in the great words of my coach, self-inflicted. And what happens is when you already, you can listen, man, we're in a social media age. You see what I'm saying? We are in a social media age. We have to be savvy. And again, I'm 55. I'm older than Cole. So I'm giving you some advice. Measure twice because you can only cut once. Because if I feel, and I'm saying this again, I'm not a rich person. I have given thousands of dollars to FAMU on my back. My classmate, Bryan, you have Bryan, me and you and Kelvin have been in the chat where we raised $2,000 for NIL. And I was the first person to give money. Look at what Tasha and Ashley, they're not rich when they're young people. And I'm saying young because they ain't got, like the old folk got, the retired, they got a $10,000, $20,000 like selling cob to raise. You see what I'm saying? So when all these people are rolling forward, when you say that, it's just, and that's why I wanted to point that out, because I know this is and I know he's going to watch it. And again, but my thing is, we're here to support it. Now, one time that I don't think anybody said it, because trust me, the other program that will say it, nobody called for a job. What we want to do is to help you support things. The reason why I brought Coach Cole in here, because I wanted him to hear from another coach. It ain't us. So my thing is, again, so I wanted to, so to your point about the again, it's numbers, but again, I can still say the same thing about Jack State's presidents. Still the thing. Now, Anthony Robinson was there, but it doesn't stop Ken and them from 1400 Club. You see what I'm saying? And the Blue Bengal Club. And the FAMU has the same strength. And Tasha just said it. We win in other championships in other sports. And volleyball, who was the 8th seed, and that's what I'm saying. I'm going to say this and I'll get on my soapbox. And this is why I try to explain my prayer report. When you're a champion, you know how to act like a champion.
That's it.
That's why volleyball won. Because it didn't matter about no 8th seed. Those
Don't
girls
matter where you are. It don't matter.
Don't matter.
Non-revenue producing sports.
I'm going to leave it at that.
No, good point. Good point. My only other bad had to be the fact that Bethune Marching Wildcats didn't stick around to do a 5th quarter. That's my only
That's
bad.
the standard. They never do that.
I'm just saying. I mean, it is what it is. It still sucks. But anyway, go ahead, Kelvin. What's your bad? And then,
well, Keith already said the bad for me is the defense, in particular fourth quarter defense, and that fourth quarter defense been bad from Howard to now, and so. The fact that it's never improved, it looks exactly the same. We cannot maintain leads in the fourth quarter, no matter who we play. We played Alabama A&M, who had a bad offense. They still put up multiple touchdowns. We Pine Bluff, Southern, no matter who we play, our fourth quarter defense is awful. And then my only input with what Steve just said and Ashley, for me, Bryan, all I know is Jamie Shute ain't making no excuses.
Brittany Bill.
Coach Bill ain't making no excuses.
Goat Con.
The tennis coach, Nikki, ain't making no excuses. You won't hear him say it, and you won't hear him say it, period, number one. But you sure ain't finna hear him say it after a loss.
Great point, that part. Good point.
Yeah.
As it relates to the ugly, does anybody have an ugly other than the last play? Because I think unanimous ugly is the last play.
I got a different ugly.
Okay,
ugly.
Let's hear it.
Kind of leading to some of y'all's bad, but I'm saying it a little differently. There isn't a Rattler that I've ever met. I'm not an alum. FAMU gave me my first real job. There hasn't been a single Rattler that I have met. Y'all know what happened with my mom. Rattler support. You can't ever say out your mouth, I don't have enough. Because I witnessed and I paid with my own money a person that we generally or consensusly did not like as the AD say, I need help. And in a week, she had the help. Closed mouths don't get fed. Ask for help and you'll receive. Also, when it comes to NIL, you have apparatuses in place. Use them.
Bump NIL. Don't nobody deserve NIL.
I'm just saying. In this new world,
I think they talking about in recruiting, Bishop.
Yeah, in this new world of
future.
You also have to be a proponent of this new world of college sports to the faithful. So you have to sell the new college era to the faithful as a spokesperson and CEO of the football program. Stop telling me about what the seasoned Rattlers won't do because they have done it. I've seen them do everything they've been asked. Stop it.
Yeah.
You're making it
But
hard
speaking
for
of
people to
NIL
live
though,
over here.
we gotta really like get it established. Like I understand everybody, you know, got their own like little collectives and different things. We need one main thing, one main objective, one main source that everyone knows that this is the collective, this is what we're gonna do. And from there, we need to establish a program on how athletes can qualify for. Because transfers coming in, just because you transferred in, I don't think you deserve an NIL.
Mm-hmm.
A freshman just coming in, he don't deserve an NIL. We complain about low resources, this, that, and the third. Why is we giving out all this money if we complain about low resources? We can't we gotta you gotta pick your poison. We gonna give out money or we gonna have resources. What we gonna do?
Hey Bishop, only because I'm familiar with your story a little more. Kind of talk about what you do during the summers and even during the season. At least during the spring anyway.
Oh, I used to
While you was
work.
in school.
No, for sure. I used to work.
Tell them where you worked at. I
Yeah, I
know
used
the
to work
story.
at I used to work at FedEx. I used to work at like FedEx. I used to go to FedEx at like 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning. Work there till about 5:36, and then go to morning workouts at like 6:37, and then go to class. And then every like break, you know, you got like summer break. I mean, like Christmas breaks. I would work at like tip agencies. I would work at like UPS.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I was and then like I used to work at Jimmy John's. Like during I was supposed to be training for pro day. I was working. Like I was working at Jimmy John's while I was training for pro day. I always kept like a odd end jobs where I got paid, you know, found somebody that, you know, that's gonna pay me.
Yeah.
I actually used to work at the baseball stadium. I used to work at
Florida
FSU
State.
baseball stadium.
I saw
Yeah.
you there.
I used to work at
Absolutely.
It was actually I used to put a couple football people on. It was me, Bell. It was a couple football people that came work with us. And then I used to clean FAMU DRS school late at night. Me and Bell used to clean FAMU DRS school. And we used to get paid doing that. And then I used to work, but I had a lot of jobs, bro. I used to work.
I just think it's important for Rattler Nation, this audience, to understand and know that the things you don't see. People who want to be Rattlers, who love the orange and green, they make it work and they go above and beyond.
Yep.
Because they want to be here. It means something.
Great point. Great point.
Wait a minute, Bishop. Before you go, Bishop, how many degrees you got though? Let them folks know how you represent though. How many degrees
I
you tell
got
them?
two on. I got two on. One in construction engineering technology, and then the other one in interdisciplinary studies. Try to get my master's master's in construction engineering technology, but they ain't had a master's program at the time. So I think I'm gonna end up I'm gonna give myself like 2 more years, and then I'm gonna go back to school and get my master's in finance or something like that.
That's bragging different right there, folks.
Go do it, Doc.
Yes, it is. That's nice.
I think half the panelists on here got master's degrees.
Two.
Right.
Don't do that. I got 3 degrees.
And one thing I can say, family taught me though, boy, it's like, well, you gotta go out and go get it. Like, bro, like, I forgot who was the. It didn't been times I done went to like the head academic person to like go and like, hey man, I need some codes to get me in. They like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna make sure you're right. I had a lady in financial aid, Miss Keevy. I used to love Miss Keevy. Miss Keevy find a way to give me some bread.
Yeah,
but you gotta find a way for sure.
Who Dr. Jackson at FAMU in history? Look, hey Doc, I got a baby on the way. I got to get the hell up out of here. I got to take care of this kid. Hey, Miss Dawson and Black Archives. Miss Dawson, hey, I know your daddy. Your daddy built some of the stuff in the Black Archives. To this day, you can go to Black Archives. My dad built some of that stuff in there. Like, you work around there, man. Like you learn real quick at FAMU. Like, don't be afraid to drop a name. My aunt's her picture's still in the English department. Dr. Clara Hadley, graduated from Florida State. My uncle's in another, Fred Hadley. My cousin Fredera. Y'all know Fredera. Y'all see her everywhere. Like, don't be afraid to like walk around campus and like you gotta work though. Like FAMU is not a place for the weak. Like that thing behind Mr. Campbell is for real. Like we hard. We're gonna be on your ass. I'm gonna say it straight up because somebody was on mine. And FAMU ain't for the weak. And if you coming around here expecting to be handed to you, it's not gonna happen. Like it's a whole haze. We don't haze, but it's a haze. And I hate to say that, but it's the truth. Like FAMU gonna make you work. I went to church. I never forget Lois Bell went to my church. The deacon's wife. I was late to class. That lady knew me. Guess what? She locked me out. Then I saw her Bible study. I said, "You locked me out." She said, "I can't treat you like nobody else. I gotta treat you like everybody else." Like FAMU's like that. We love you. We're gonna love you hard.
Man, it's crazy you say that. My favorite professor ended up being a professor that locked me out. His final my freshman year.
Yeah.
He failed me too. He didn't give me an F. He gave me a D. But I ended up taking his class again, and he ended up being one of my favorite teachers for real.
Same. Titus Brown did me the same way, but he sat there and taught me how to write and told me everything I did wrong. When I retook his class, I did exactly what he told me.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go through grades. Let's close the show out with our grades. We like to do grades where we go special teams, offense, defense, and then coaching. So we'll start with special teams. We'll go around the horn as we are on the screen. So we'll start with you, Kelvin. Special teams. Let's just go around the horn. Let's give them. Let's go.
I'm grading on a bit of a curve because they really should get a C, but I'm gonna give them B minus only because we missed extra point, and we were like a shoestring tackle away from giving up a couple of returns, but we managed to tackle them at the 35-40 because I told y'all we shouldn't have kicked in them all game. Ross and and Higgins and all.
Yeah, everybody
as Bishop said, those guys are dangerous. They got speed. We had no business kicking to them. So,
but you know what they did? Because they had all those dynamic running backs, they basically put the two other running backs as the up backs. So that way, in the first,
and they pitched it back to Higgins. He almost broke it.
And then that's when we realized, oh hell, we might as well just start kicking it. I don't know why we weren't kicking it into the end zone from the jump.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
Here's the question: are we like choosing not to kick it in the end zone? Like, is that not the?
I don't know if he has the leg right now because it seems like he's injured. Like he's missing field goals and stuff.
Our special teams been.
I think something's up with that.
He didn't miss any field goals. He had to miss extra point, but
we missed a field goal the other week.
We did. Well, we missed more than one last week.
Last week.
I
don't know what
that's what I was saying.
Last week. Anyway, my special teams grade. I'll go B minus as well. What you got, Keith?
D. I'm sorry. Like.
Okay.
Yes. No, you call Kelvin said it straight up. All this fair catch stuff every time. That's coached. That's aggravating.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm back there. C. You're right. I forgot all about
you
that.
You missed the extra point.
Fair catches. Yeah.
You're kicking to the most. We literally watched the video of this man return kicks against Jackson State and walk to the end zone, and you still kick it. Nah, man, you getting a D from me. And Bishop said. Special teams been ass.
Mr. Campbell, what you got?
We didn't get a chance to talk about this, but every play matters. And I'm giving a C minus because remember, if we kick that extra point, we're up 4. The defense is totally different. We don't have to worry about a field goal, and we keep everything in front of us. People don't understand that extra point probably lost us the game. Because if we're up 4, then we know that they have to score, and your defense and Bishop knows it, and Coach Cole will tell you. Then we really have to worry about anybody in front. You make sure nobody hits the end zone.
Correct.
With 20 seconds left. So I'm sorry, I got to give them C minus because that right there changed, and we didn't get a chance to really focus on that because we say 1 point, but 1 point was the difference of what cost us really the game of how we even play defense.
Yeah. Damn. Go ahead, Troy. Love the way y'all break this stuff down.
I'm gonna go back again to the beginning of the season when we got all them 12,000 kickers. and that was supposed to be the strength of the team, I can't give you a passing grade based on their performance. I got to give you a D when you have the ability to be A's all season long. I can't do it.
Ooh-wee. Well, y'all some hard graders. Go ahead, Ashley.
100% agree with Mr. Campbell about the mentality of the defense, knowing that 1 point doesn't sound like a lot when you lose by 6, but in the end, when the situation happens, it does affect the situation. And I was starting out with a C. My initial grade was C, but the more I listen, this is C minus. y'all help me come on with my grade.
Yeah,
Tasha. C. Bishop, any grade for the special teams?
Yeah, can I give all my grades at once? Like I said, I'm just getting home from work. I gotta.
Yeah, man. It's a long time. Go ahead, give us all your grades, and then we'll let you out of here. I know you've been gracious with your time tonight.
C minus is all across the board, and then for coaching, a D.
All right. Bishop, let people know where they can find you. I know sometimes you're on. I don't know if it's every Thursday you're on with J. Peeps, but let people know
J.
where
Peeps,
they can find you.
every Tuesday, Rattler Roundup. We go after this last game, we probably gonna hold off for a while and then come back even harder like during the next season. Cause like I said, I just moved to California and I'm still trying to get everything settled in. So like I just moved down here probably like 3 weeks ago.
Hey, what part of California you in, Bishop?
I'm in San Diego.
Oh yeah, man. Listen, text me after this. My cousin played for the Chargers, lives out there. I got to connect y'all. Marcus McNeil played for the Chargers. That's your new big brother. I'm gonna make sure I make that happen.
All right, for sure. I love San Diego. I ain't gonna lie. That's
good deal. Nice. I got you covered. I'm gonna put you and Marcus together.
I appreciate y'all for sure.
All right, Bishop. Hey man, we appreciate your time, man. God bless. Be safe out there. All right.
All right. Good night.
All right. Good stuff. All right. We got everybody's special teams grade. Let's go offense.
Yeah, you should have went defense first.
No, because I got a point. I know what everybody's defense is going to be, but anyway, Tasha, start with offense.
Offense, I'm going to give them a B. I'm going to give them a B.
Okay. Ashley?
I'm going to give them a B plus.
Okay. Troy?
Wow. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm going to give them an A minus.
Thank you.
I'm give them an A minus.
Thank you.
With that first half?
With the first half, I'm going to give them an A minus. And this is why I'm going to explain
4
why
quarters
I'm
in
giving
the
them
game, Tasha. 4 quarters.
I have never given them an A this whole season. But when I'm looking at both Haley, who I criticized earlier this season, I didn't want him in the game. I'll be honest with you. He has come along the way. I'm like, oh, he is that playmaker. Dad needs more carries still, but the running game and the passing game, we have RJ going through his progressions. Like y'all complained about him not doing earlier in the season. Yep. We got to take that into account. So yeah, it's gonna be an A minus. I see you, EA, but yeah, it's an A minus.
Go ahead, Kim.
Nope, you said me?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You know what? I got to give Troy. I mean, we've been hard on RJ, and I know I've been hard because I'm a guy about big plays and big games, and we just didn't get. But this was a big game for FAMU. This was a classic, and on his side of the ball, they gave us a lead twice to win the game, and those were through runs and throws that he made. So I got to give him credit because I've given that boy hell. Now, do I expect more? Hey man, listen, we had Quinn Gray. You sit in that seat, we won championships. So that's what you expect. But I got to give him credit because 2 back-to-back, as Kelvin say, we gave it back to him. We could have folded right then and there. And he came back to a point where we were up. And with less than was 2 minutes left, Kelvin?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
2 minutes is on the defense now. So I got to give that young man an offensive beat.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Keith, go ahead.
Oh, they getting a B. I mean, Tashay said it best. It's cumulative. You got a D for the first half. You got an A for the second half. A D and A is a B. And, I can't give all the credit just for RJ. RJ was an A+. RJ was. I've been very hard on RJ myself. I ain't gonna. I don't duck no smoke with that. But I even said, hey, this last game, it wasn't his fault. RJ looked solid. The receivers dropped passes again. We had an early first half fumble, but in the second half, it looked like a completely different team. So when I started looking at that, first half was trash. Second half was amazing. I got to give you a B because it's a cumulative grade. There's 4 quarters in a football game, 4 quarters in a school year.
I feel good. I'm glad Troy said A because I was feeling in my heart A, but I was going to be, I ain't going to lie to you. I wasn't going to say it unless somebody else said it. So, Troy, I'm going to stand with you, brother. I'm going to stand with you, and I'm going to say A- right there with the offense. I would not have said it if nobody else had said it.
Brian, you give them soft grades,
sure
boy.
Hey, I'm a sucker. Sure as hell, Kelvin ain't going to give no damn A. So,
nope.
Thank you, Troy. Kelvin, go ahead. Your girl.
You know the cousins ain't giving them no A's.
Well, I mean, I gave him a what was that
last week?
Game?
Yeah.
Last week.
So that's it. That's it. So they get a B. That first half was too bad.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
That's it.
They get a B.
All right. Here comes the part where the red pins come out big time. We come out with the defensive grades here. This is gonna be tough. Keith, I'm gonna start with you. Since you got your red pin out first, Keith. What you going with the defense?
F, straight up. I can't. You had a couple, and so where I would almost give you a D minus, but especially at the end of the game, end of the quarters, you got an F.
I gotta be right there with you. I can't. You had a lead twice, and you blew it. And so I'm right there with you. I don't think I've given a defense an F all year. I've been skirting it, but I can't hide it. Go ahead, Kelvin.
They probably deserve a D, but I'm going to F. And the reason I'm going F is because they gave up 485 yards because the touchdowns that they actually gave up were just bad touchdowns, right? Missed tackles, blown coverages, 2-play drives. It was so ugly that they got to get the F. That's it.
Ashley?
My first mind told me to say F minus. But we need to go. It's an F minus. This is most absolutely an F, but it's F minus for me.
Troy?
I softened up a little bit.
Just a little bit. Troy?
Man, I don't know if there's a grade worse than F. But like you brought up the stats, and this was a home game. Make no mistake about it. This was a home game, and they almost gave up 40 at another home game.
Don't say that, Troy. Don't make me think about it like that.
We've only won 2 home games this season,
and 15 yards from being 500 yards of offense.
So yeah, I don't know if somebody put academic suspension,
probation, academic probation.
No, ain't no academic probation. Suspension. Get rid of it.
At the end of the semester, you get kicked out. You need to come back.
You're 2 for 6 at home.
It's an F minus, and you got to run them stairs. Like, no, you got to run them stairs.
Mr. Campbell.
I don't know if you can see this, man. You can't see it. I got this thing that is a FAMU and it has a big F on it. And it's a very, very, man, maybe you can't see it a little bit. But I'm sorry, you have to get an F because you know why you get an F? Because it was an open book test and you still kept failing the same question over and over again. We literally told you, hey, this one right here, and you guys are all teachers, and you know this. Have you ever had a student and they say, listen, I'm going to put it back on the test again.
Yes.
This question is going to be on the test.
Still miss it.
And still missed it.
Open notes.
Not from the Howard game to this game, 3rd downs and plus, not 3rd and 5s, 3rd and 15 pluses.
All right.
That have lost every one of these games. And to then at the end, like I say, these beautiful teachers, Bryan, all you guys, and then at the end, you didn't even know what to study for at the end because you didn't even look at the manual. I'm sorry, man. You can't. That right there is just unacceptable. I mean, it's just no sugarcoating that because you did the same thing in every game. There's not one game, and I've been on with you guys, Bryan. You know, we chit-chat back and forth. I've been on here. Tell me one game we have not given up a 3rd and long when it matters. Because I'm telling you, every championship team or even good teams, they've stopped the 3rd when it mattered. I'm talking about now, you're going to get that during the course of the game, but I'm talking about when it mattered. From the first game to this game. Sorry.
Tashay.
Well, last week, you remember I told you guys that this was the final exam, right? I said that the Classic was the final exam. All week, since I've been on the review show, I have been giving the defense a see me after class. See me after class, see me after class, remediation. Well, the final exam came. I can't do it anymore. So not only do you get an F, you get withdrawn and you get an F. You get a WF. And you got to find another professor to go ahead. Because clearly my teaching style is not working. So you need another professor, another teacher. So you get a WF. Defense has to get a withdrawn. Like this didn't even happen. And this year did not even happen.
Not a WTF, but just a WF.
Withdrawn. You ever seen that? They withdraw.
How many times you get a retake class in college before it's like
yes, you get a WF.
Let's not talk
and they'll take it out of your GPA and you know.
The class never happens. It's a WF. You're withdrawn. I don't want to see you no more either.
Notice she said they need a new teacher too.
Yeah, because I can't do it.
I don't even see y'all.
Folks saying they need to go to Cedar. That's cold-blooded.
Y'all cold, man. All right. Coaching grades. This might be all over the place here. Coaching grades. Kelvin, I'll start with you on the coaching grade. All levels here.
Overall it's a D. Offense is a B. Defense is a F. Special teams C-. Probably I'm going a D over a D plus overall.
I guess when I was looking at the averages from what A, B, F, it's a C, but then I look at the last part, game management.
Yeah.
Drops him from a C to a D. I just, when I go back and look and say, hey, on that last play, we had 2 timeouts and we didn't want to call a timeout, couldn't call a timeout, maybe should have called a timeout to say, yo, let's get in the right formation. Yeah. Coming out of the timeout on a 4th and 8. Yeah, I got to go D. Go ahead, Keith.
I was leaning on a D, but then Tashay said this is the final exam. And then we talked about the number of home games. And it struck a chord. I'm this close to crashing out, but I'm not. We were 2 for 7 as the home team this year. Like, how the ever living heck do you go 2 for 7 in the state of Florida? And I didn't include the FAU game. That wasn't a home game. As the home
7
team,
in the state of Florida.
You won 2 home games as a home team. You lost to Howard. You were the home team.
Yeah.
You lost to Florida Classic. You were the home team. You lost to Alabama State. You were the home team. You lost to North Carolina Central as the home team. You lost to Jackson State as the home team.
Yeah, wow.
One homecoming.
2 and 5.
We won homecoming.
2 for 7.
Stop it.
And we won homecoming, and we won against Albany State. Burley. You should have lost.
Their only loss of the season.
So when I take that into account that this is your last home game of the season, I got to give you an F, because not only did you not protect Bragg, not only did you not protect the legacy of Bragg, you didn't protect the state of Florida, and that is an indictment upon you as a coaching staff.
State on the back.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure.
Because you're the only public HBCU in the state of Florida. You're supposed to rep that.
The whole state, Keith?
The whole state?
You the public HBCU in the state. Everybody else is private.
That's
and they at least have close to winning seasons. and gave people hope.
Campbell?
I'm gonna start with this. You know how you have to give a presentation, oral presentation, stuff like to stand in front of the class and everything present. I'm giving that an F. And what I mean by that is because you did not talk to those players when it was time to talk to them to win that game. That's communication. And that was a failure of communication. Because like you said, there was timeouts, there was things. Again, if we can see it, Bishop Bonnet, who's a player, Coach Cole, the alignment wasn't right. Somebody should have said, how many times we seen Kirby Smart run down the sideline and doing that jumping and timeouts? Because he wants to make sure the defense is right. Overall, because of the offense, got to give him credit. Overall, for the overall game, the best I can do is a D. That's the best I can do.
Troy?
Y'all know how much I love FAMU and how much I love Florida State. These Florida State people making it difficult for me to live over here. You come across Gang Street, you need to be better. You have to be better. We should not have questions of leadership in big games. And the fact that we didn't win but 2 games in the state of Florida, when we're trying to get more of the fan base to come to games, I can't let that pass. This F didn't start at the Classic. It didn't start against the 3 games that we gave up 40. This started in the offseason. This is a leadership issue. That's why I got to give it an F.
Ashley.
Well, clearly I'm easily influenced because I did start out with a D with my grade, but the more y'all talk, the more I think. D-. One band, one sound. I kind of came up in. I'm a team sport kind of athlete. Like I didn't play the individual sport. I played team sports. So much like that, those plays when one person out of place, we all kind of look bad together. So to me, while there were some aspects where the coaching was bright spots here, bright spots there, improvements from game to game in some of the coaching phases of the game, we stand with one band, one sound. You get in the D. You better talk to your coworkers. Maybe you want a better grade.
Yeah.
Tasha?
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and give it a D. The offense was the one group member in the group project that did real good on their part. Like, their part was real, but the rest of the group just did nothing. So I'm going to give a D just because the offense did a little something. So I'm going to give it a D.
Yep. That's exactly my thought, too.
Well, the Rattlers are on the road to Itabena to close out the season on Saturday. I believe that is a 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Eastern. We're flying, fortunately. Shocked the heck out of me, but praise Jesus. And it didn't cancel the flight and make us get on the bus. So that's a positive. We'll just I don't know what the markers are. I don't know what the goals and expectations will be other than just win.
Baby, win.
Film and win. I mean, that's what we're seniors.
Can we? Should we do superlatives at the end of the year? No. Okay. You won't. No. All right.
No.
we got another show, right? And we're gonna do a review.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna do a review show.
For the season.
And
we did.
We're gonna do one for the game, and then we got to do one for the entire season. Absolutely, we're gonna do that.
2 separate shows. Two separate shows.
Please invite me for
that.
Okay,
but I thought about it. It came out too fast. We're gonna scratch the superlatives.
Yeah, please.
We're gonna do superlatives. Now I'm interested in why Tashay doesn't want to do superlatives.
Some people are deserving. Like RJ should be deserving of a superlative. Like from the Howard game.
There's somebody. Somebody has done something worthy of something.
You know what? Maybe because I feel like what that would be is equivalent to, when the people they used to get on American Idol and they sung real bad. But it's because somebody didn't tell them when they were young. They gave them a participation trophy. They told them you were at the talent show, you did all right. Nobody told them, baby, you can't sing. You don't sound good. And I feel like that's what that would be. While there are some bright spots, I just don't feel like this is a season where we should do anything like that. We can this is review, yes. But what are we?
My name Lil Darryl.
That's what we got a bunch of people going to go sing at American Idol. They can't sing. That's because nobody told them they couldn't sing.
That's a valid point.
Well,
but
you all know we don't do that on this platform with this group.
Yeah, we don't duck no smoke.
Yeah,
so true.
Yeah, so we ain't gonna have that problem.
Let's go around the horn. Remind people what you got upcoming this week. We'll start with Tasha and Ashley. What you guys got going on this week? Any shows going on this week?
Go ahead, my girl.
Actually, we don't, because our typical day is on Thanksgiving Day. So we're going to go ahead and tell you today, happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your friends, enjoy the food and the family and a good time. We will return back to our normal time on the following week, Thursday evening at 9 p.m. right after the Fangs Up podcast. We are the Fang Exchange Show. We also have Fang Exchange on social media platforms, on X, also on his Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So come check us out. Our website, I believe, was flashed across the screen at some point throughout the show. So you can always go to the website and check us out and get to know us a little better. There was a lot of commentary about support, and I'm just going to go ahead and take a chance to say it. There was commentary about support, and one thing I can tell you is that Fang Exchange supports via nutrition, via NIL opportunities, via support to the coaches, and it's not just a football operation. We have supported other sports, and we still do. Sometimes things don't get publicized because for one reason or another, but just know that Fang Exchange is here. Myself, Tashay, and some others who are on the screen who can attest to the fact that we make an effort and a concerted effort to support our coaches across the board as much as we can. And with the help of you all that's watching the show right now, we can support them even more. So make sure you check out Fang Exchange. Ask us any questions, give us an email, info@fangexchange.com. And just a reminder again that we aren't having a show this week because our normal show time is on Thanksgiving Day.
And I'm gonna say this because Ashley is the very PC one, but you know, I give it to the folks. We don't talk out enough, but let me tell you, behind the scenes, okay, it gets done. Trust me, we get calls from coaches, coaches' wives, everything, and it gets done. Fang Exchange, if we started really counting up the costs and the coins, you'd be very surprised. So don't get it twisted because we hear the chatter, but be not confused because we make sure that a lot of things that people don't know that get done. Okay?
Just know it was done because we had our hand in it. We had our hand in it.
Trust. Okay.
Talk
let me
ladies.
just say that.
Keep it cute or put it on mute.
Hey,
love it. FangExchange.com, become a member, become a part of the movement during the holiday season of giving. It's the season of giving, so give to Fang Exchange.
That's right. Don't do Black Friday, give the Black Purpose.
There you go. Troy, let the people know.
So we're not gonna have a show Thursday. The Gathering Old Men podcast will not be on Thursday because of Thanksgiving. I will give my family their dose of the sugar-free sweet potato pie because Ash grandma might be there and she is a Bethune-Cookman alum. But you can find us on Tuesday, the Strike Season podcast. We will probably have a bigger show this week because it is the holidays. Normally we will be back the following week for 2 days, but I got, my mom passed, so we have no services that following Saturday, so we'll only have one show that week. Well, I said that to say this. For everybody that reached out and gave their condolences, all the love, again, as many times as I can say it, I appreciate it. Thank you, and my family loves it. You can catch us at watch.fatmouthsports.com. That takes you to our YouTube channel, but you can also catch us on any of the platforms where you consume your podcast.
All right. And condolences and prayers to you and your family, Troy. Most definitely.
Thank you.
Mr. Campbell.
Hey, man, every Tuesday night, HBCU Coaches Corner on the Off Script channel and the Rocky Miller channel. And I'll tell you what, if you did not get a chance to see our FAMU alum, Quinn Gray, we did a great interview with him last week. And the reason why we did this interview, because a lot of people did not know Quinn Gray as far as hearing him talk. So you're going to hear a lot of good things about his coaching philosophy, things that maybe people will look forward to in the future. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And one last thing, too, remember to the FAMU Exchange. Remember, at the end of the year, for all you big money folks, it's tax deductible. So, if you want to draw and drop that $15,000, $20,000 check, it's tax deductible for FAMU Exchange, because I do the same thing with the Great 88 Endowment. I always hit my classmates, big money classmates up, and they always come through. So I'm going to tell you this. We're all doing our own part, but the FAMU Exchange is tax deductible. So, if you're looking for a little something to spread that wealth, give it to these young ladies, give it to Eli. They're doing a great job. And I'll say one thing too, Bryan, Kelvin, Keith, great job. Thank you. We kind of needed this every week, because what I hated, and people know I love Scotty, but I'd rather for us to tell our own stories about FAMU instead of somebody else. So thank you for allowing us to tell our own stories.
Well, appreciate you coming on, and appreciate reaching out to Coach Cole and bringing on Coach Cole, and definitely. So appreciate that, Steve. Keith, what you got, buddy?
Man, you already know. Thursday, much like the rest of them, I am going to take off for Thanksgiving. Wednesday, I'm going to be cooking, but might be trying to drop off and join the ONG Strike Zone. On day before Thanksgiving, have a little conversation there. But y'all know the Fangs Up podcast, Fangs Up Twitter, Instagram, FQ FAMU Twitter page. And much like Mr. Campbell says, he wasn't in the room with Dr. Cavill, but I was talking to Dr. Cavill, and one of the reasons we do this is so we tell our own stories. We want to make sure that you hear it from us. We hear it when it's credible. I do love, and I appreciate Mr. Campbell, putting to bed some of the rumors. We saw folks put in Twitter, hey, Buddy was told after the Valley game is over, and you got a reputable source that said, I haven't heard that. And so
I'll tell you this, that is a lie. Let me say it. So not even her, because some people like to say, well, just because you heard don't mean it's not true. It is not true. It is a lie. And that's the reason why we have to have credible things like the ONG, because they don't spread rumors. Because again, remember, when people do that, they got a nefarious reason, and I'm just gonna say this, and I'm putting my FAMU orange green. Everybody know how I move. But y'all gotta understand, they don't want FAMU to be good. So anything negative, they will always amplify the negativity, because these jokers know when we're good, even if we're the AC, we're always champions. So they know what it is. I'm going to keep saying, they know what it is. We get that football going and things like we get going, you can't beat us. You just can't.
And unfortunately, when it comes to FAMU, bad news gets good attention. So I will tell y'all, just as a person who does the post games, my most popular post games are when we lose. So, and I hate that. I want to win. But we're going to be back. We'll be back on Sunday, and we'll be doing a talk there. And then back to our regular schedule after Thanksgiving. And we're going to try and catch some of these basketball games too. We got the HBCU Classic that's going to be taking place down in Kissimmee. So I'll be down there with the Kappa Leaguers, but we'll be down there and, try and see if they can go ahead and do that media stuff. I don't know if Ashley got a plug, but we're trying to get some cameras in there and get them boys in front of the camera.
Let's talk. I want to see what we can get figured out.
Right. Cause
Hey, wait, but I can't say one thing, because it made me think about something. And this is also a challenge. Remember, we have a lot of our teams traveling to cities where alums are at. If there's not an alumni, major force, get your group together, feed our teams, the girls and the boys. And this goes back, because now spring sports, they really appreciate when we do it. It shows great support. And I know the coaches appreciate it too, because again, they ain't got to pull money out their pocket. And again, that just shows how we brag different. I know Coach Ward really appreciate it. Again, the girls are going to be down in Mercer. I think we're going to try to do something there. They're going to somewhere in West Georgia, something like that. And I know the Atlanta alumni are going to do it for Georgia Tech. So again, for all you Florida people, when our basketball teams are in your area, reach out to Marvin, find out. It doesn't cost a lot, but it looks really good when we support our teams like that and make sure they're fed well.
Well said. Well said. All right, Kelvin, we are doing a show on Wednesday. So good thing about being on Wednesday and not Thursday. So what do we got planned for Thursday, Kelvin?
So as Coach Campbell said, we had it scheduled already for a while, but Quinn Gray will be on Wednesday. And I'm going to let you give the plugs in terms of the ONG and when we on and all that. I will say that I will be in Albany on Saturday, supporting Coach and hoping they go all the way this year in the D2 playoffs as they take on Benedict. And I want to take the time also to wish everybody this on this platform, as well as all our guests. Wish everybody happy Thanksgiving and many blessings, and those who have Troy, everybody who's lost and going through something. May God continue to give you strength and you find some joy and some peace in that healing process starts immediately, and know that you are loved and we care for you, and you got that extended family here for you. And we'll be back. We'll be on our regular schedule. We'll have a Monday show. I know Bryan, he's gonna get to his show. I think they'll probably have a Sunday show. And as we say, we've got Quinn, and we may have another special guest for Wednesday. And last but not least, I have to get my volleyball stuff out. I was at the championship game, made it back in time to witness it, and I do have some videos and some pictures that I got to put out.
Made an appearance on Swag TV, sitting down there in the front row. And yes, by the way, nothing. This was we celebrate our alums, we celebrate our student athletes, we celebrate FAMU culture and athletics, and Quinn Gray is a legend doing big things right now, so that is why he is on his show. So don't go reading deep into the tea leaves about something else. We got him on because his team is the number one team in the region, and they got a real shot at going far, so that's why Quinn Gray is on the show. So
that's right.
Sure,
that's
Bryan.
Right. But
Sure.
go watch the Coach's Corner with Mr. Campbell, and I feel like you Rattler fans will be so happy and so pleased with the conversation. I feel like Quinn Gray's waiting on the right situation to open itself up. I'm just saying, when the Lord opens that door, he shall be ready to walk through whichever door that is.
And I don't even have no water anymore.
Check out the O&G Strike Zone. We celebrate champions on our show, so I'm just letting y'all know that. Give you a teaser as to what's going to come on Wednesday. We celebrate champions on our show. Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central on the Black College Sports Network. Make sure you're following the O&G Strike Zone everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at O&G Strike Zone. All of the shows, this show, all the shows on the Black College Sports Network, you can check out in podcast format on the BCSN Pod Zone. That's available on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, everywhere like that. So go do us a favor. Go download, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And hit the thumbs up wherever you are watching. The thumbs up and the like button. Much appreciated for you doing that. And hopefully you're following our friends here on all their platforms. And make sure to reach out and give a shout out to Bishop Bonnet. You heard that you can catch him with Jay Peeps on Penalty Talk when they do the Rattler Roundup show. So make sure to show him some love over there. And thank you to Coach Cole for dropping in as well. Love having that added expertise of a coach and a player champions. That says it all right there. So that's going to do it for tonight, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We'll look to see you on Wednesday night. What a great show, despite the circumstances of a tough game to talk about. But that's what we do. We don't duck no smoke around here.
Not at all. And don't
forget
the super chat, Bryan. Bryan forgot to mention that super chat.
Don't forget. Yeah, exactly. Those of you, you can always donate. $, MyJB and my BCSN. If you Cash App, Venmo, you want to do that. Or those of you on the JBN online, you can drop a super chat, cup of coffee, whatever you want to do there. It's much appreciated. For Tashay, Ashley, Troy, Steve Campbell, Keith Hadley, Kelvin Rozier, I'm Bryan Fulford. Rattler Nation, be well. Have a great Thanksgiving. Come check us on Wednesday night. But if not, you and your family, be safe while you're out there traveling. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We'll see you soon. Peace out.
Thank you.